Hi, Fritz.
Ooh-ah-ah.
Happy Monday. The firm of Harrison Meringue. Patrick Harris with you. That's Danny Meringue to my left. Casey Smith back in action on the ones and twos over there. Hope we're all having a nice little Monday. The sports world's having a nice little Monday right now. Woo, baby.
Did not have second week of March as the certified banger Monday, but here we go.
Yeah, that's just kind of why, we might just sports this off the bat. That's why NFL is king, my friend. I'm out there trying to get my nerd on, watching Fernando Tatis hitting grand slam bombs in the World Baseball Classic, and I got you two clowns yelling about NFL players going everywhere. Fascinating morning.
Look, I don't think that the NFL has NFL'd this hard in free agency and movement in a really long time.
I don't think so either.
Not this level of guys change teams and those things happen, but it's name after name after name after name. It's been pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, a little show tease, in the big, we're working on show prep over the weekend, and I'm trying to think of some fun ideas. And the Max Crosby deal was kind of such a big deal, and so I'm thinking to myself, man, this trading stuff seems so weird in the NFL. So we'll get to that in the nooner, and then today it's more oh, Patrick, you had no idea what you were getting into, because you thought that the trade stuff might change, and you were completely wrong because it's definitely changing.
Right? Yeah. No. It's going to be a lot, but I have to derail us a little bit.
No,
here.
Please do.
Not non-sports.
Please do, man. We have 2 hours and 58 minutes left.
Have you guys seen the trailer for Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die?
I have, dude. You went and saw it this weekend.
Brother.
I wanted to see that movie. I really want to see that movie because I love Sam Rockwell.
Dude, Rockwell kills it.
Is it a wild ride?
It's a Gore Verbinski movie, so if you
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's a trip. There's no doubt about that. It is one of the wildest off-the-wall movies I have ever seen. It's just, it was what is happening here? And it's just, if you want a good time for a movie where you're just sure, go see that. Go see that movie, man, because it is such a cool flick. I can't remember the last time I walked out of a movie theater being I don't know what I just watched, but that was fun.
This guy did the first Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
He did Rango. He won an Oscar for Rango.
Yeah, no, he just does some off-the-wall stuff.
Cool, weird stuff. Huh?
Yeah, but Rockwell...
He did all the Pirates movies.
Yeah, Rockwell just killed it.
Oh, he did The Ring. The Mexican with Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts.
Just does, just weird stuff, man.
Mouse Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great flick.
It's just, he does some interesting, the visuals in it are a trip. I wouldn't say it's super hard to follow or anything. It's not you're not watching Tenet. You know what I mean?
I still haven't seen that, but I really want to.
It's a cool flick.
Yeah.
I watched it for the first time on a plane.
But you got to watch it 6 times to kind of know what's going on.
I knew it kind of the first time, but there's definitely things that you pick up on after the first watch. For sure. It's definitely it's one of the more rewatchable movies, not in the sense of just enjoyment, but you'll pick up on things. Oh, okay. That may some of the foreshadowing early on, you're oh, wait, what? Huh? And then you start understanding it a little bit more. But
when I keep watching this Puerto Rican kid hit the home run to walk off, every time I watch it, I see something new.
Yeah, something new. Yeah, 100%. That's what it is. But
I do like movies like that.
No, that was it was a really cool flick, man. It was just I honestly, I've only been to one other movie in the last couple months. I haven't really moved it out. But we've got that, and then there's the, Project Hail Mary, the guy that wrote The Martian.
Andy Weir, I'm reading that book now.
Yeah, that comes out in 2 weeks. We've got that on the docket to go see.
I am very perplexed at a crossroads here because I love sci-fi.
Yeah.
The Martian was great.
Yes.
The book is fantastic. Weir is such a great writer of sci-fi, and I can't wait to read this book, and I'm going to finish the book before I watch the movie. My problem is I really don't like Ryan Gosling.
Why?
I don't think he's a very good actor.
Really?
I don't.
You didn't like Barbie?
I thought he was great in Barbie. That's about the limit for me.
Fall Guy's fun. What's the other one he did with Gladiator? Russell Crowe?
I don't know if I saw that.
I can never remember the name of it. I like Gosling, but also I feel
Nice Guys.
Thank you. Nice Guys, yeah. But we got kind of bombarded with Gosling and the new Top Gun.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. I feel like we had death by Glenn Powell and Ryan Gosling there for like 3 years.
Well, Ryan Gosling ain't going anywhere.
No, I mean, neither of those guys are going
I think Glenn Powell may fall off a cliff.
I watched a Glenn Powell movie that was supposed to be about baseball. The entire 90 minutes, they played baseball and or referenced baseball a total of 3 times.
I'm out on that.
Tough watch.
I'm out
really
on that.
Tough watch.
He was in the new Twister movie too, right?
Yeah.
That was good.
O'Neal Cruz just hit a dinger.
Oh, no way.
Well, Julio Rodriguez got the day off, so
So
O'Neal Cruz had to step in.
Yeah. That Dominican roster's just bonkers.
I don't know what to do with myself
Yeah.
right now.
Dude, on March Monday, slapping like this is a rarity.
I'm telling you, dude, like when I was offered this wonderful job by the brand man,
Mm-hmm.
thinking and then meeting with you and getting to know each other, and now we've been doing this show for what, 7 months now, 8 months now, thinking about, man, yeah, what's the off season like? When you get out of football, college and NFL, what's it gonna be like?
It's usually basketball heavy, March Madness.
And then you get to the dog days of summer. But then I was like, well, wait a sec. We get the World Baseball Classic in
World
March.
Cup.
We get the World Cup in June.
We had Olympics.
We had Olympics in February. Like,
Yeah. This is a
2026 is the year of sports.
It's a pretty good year for that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the random Monday when, we were going to come in here and talk Max Crosby and World Baseball Classic and Scoot Henderson. Like, that was our day.
Yeah.
And now it's like, nah, you got way more than that, bud.
It's like, enjoy. Here's your smorgasbord of NFL.
Yeah, it's like you finish your Friday at work. Like, I'm sure there's a ton of you listeners out there that go through this. You finish your Friday at work and you're like, wow, I got all my projects done. There's nothing really on the docket. I'm going to have a nice, relaxing weekend, and then I'll come in on Monday and we'll take the new day head on and we'll start blank. And then you walk into like 75 emails in your inbox with 15 projects that all of a sudden need to get going.
You're like, wait,
You're like, what? Where the hell did that come from?
2 new NFL news just dropped per Adam Schefter as former Saints linebacker Demario Davis has agreed to a 2-year, $22 million deal with the Jets.
The Jets are spending money on that defense.
And then
They're giving Aaron Glenn no excuses.
Pass rusher Kingsley and Agbare is also headed to the Jets. 1-year, $10 million deal.
And who are they going to draft?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like, they'll get Reese, and Aaron Glenn will have no excuses.
Maybe Caleb Towns.
Yeah, depending on where they fall. Or
Because
if they move up.
I'll tell you what, the Chiefs ain't going running back now.
They ain't going. Oh, dude, man, I don't even know where to start here.
What a day.
Yeah.
That's a pretty banger so far.
No,
It's been great.
I mean, this is the opening, like, legal tampering period. Like, I'm surprised that we aren't getting towards Tuesday, Wednesday when we're getting some of this stuff, But guys are just like, I think guys are looking around and going, if I'm first, there's more money on the table.
Totally.
'Cause
Well,
if
you
you
see that all the
wait-
time. Yeah. When you wait, like, what's the example I'm thinking of? We see it in baseball and basketball a lot. That if
Shohei held up everything.
that if Shohei Ohtani is available, and if Giannis Antetokounmpo is available, if it's free agents,
You're just
everybody sits around and
stand
waits till
pat
that
and go,
happens.
okay.
Cody Bellinger didn't re-sign with the Yankees because they were waiting on, I don't know who they were waiting on, maybe Soto or somebody. I don't know. But yeah, it happens all the time because I want to see what my dollar value is worth.
Yeah. It's smart.
Yeah, do you think it's better to get in early than get in later?
I mean, if you're one of those guys, for sure.
Because there's more money early?
Mm-hmm.
Because I wonder if you're like kind of an okay player and you get that more money early, someone on the back end is going to be like, wait,
This guy got that?
This guy got that?
That's-
I'm worth more.
If you're one of those guys and you're like somebody likes you, do it.
Look at that giant hat. I want one of those giant hats.
The giant hats are great.
I want a giant hat.
Those are better than the mischief, the red boots. You remember those?
No.
They were like that, but they were boots.
Hmm.
And NBA players started wearing them, and like they thought they were cool. It
I
was like,
have to
oh,
imagine Russell Westbrook was one of those
SGA.
people. Oh, dude. SGA,
Did
man.
you see that coat he had on the other night?
Yeah. The fur one?
Did you see the
It
way
was
he
like
was
around his
Did you
face?
see the way he was walking in?
No.
Oh god,
Dude, I'm all about it.
I hate it so
I'm
much.
all about it.
Jeremy Grant can do it because Jeremy Grant has that look.
Well,
like,
Jeremy Grant, Shea is being weird.
yeah,
Jeremy is just
fashionable.
Yeah. I mean, he goes to Fashion Week, doesn't he?
Yeah, he goes.
He took Dame out there.
Yeah, he goes to. I mean, Dame goes to it anyways, but yeah, Jeremy is in it. Like, if you told me when his NBA career is over that he became a designer, wouldn't shock me.
Well, he had like the other day. He had those like they're like scarves for your shoes. I forget what they're called. They're very Francais, very French croissants. And I was like, dude, that is a clean look.
He puts a fit together.
I can't put any of that together.
There are guys like, Westbrook and Kuzma and SGA that just wear weird stuff.
Clinton Portis wore weird stuff. Cam.
But Clinton Portis did it like to be weird.
Yes.
The other guys that I mentioned, they think it looks good.
Does Cam Newton think his style looks good?
Probably.
Or is he being weird?
I think he's being weird, but I also think he probably thinks it looks good.
I think Shea thinks he looks good.
Yeah, and it never does. it never does. It's Kyle Kuzma in the pink sweater.
Have we had any more Chet Holmgren no shirt sightings? Can't have any of that.
I mean, remember Dame in L.A. a couple years ago? He wore the shirtless vest. He had the vest on underneath the suit
I'm sure
jacket.
That looked great.
I mean, it was a good look for him. But that's probably the riskiest thing he's ever done, fashion-wise.
He did walk in once with a Stone Cold mask on.
Oh, I mean,
that was a risky look.
He did Macho Man last year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, no, Dame is one of the Halloween goats.
Yeah,
he always puts on a show for Halloween.
I know, without realizing like the racial connotations involved when the NBA was like, you guys need to dress up. Remember when they instilled that policy? I didn't really think of the potential racial undertones that were brought up by it, and then I was like, oh, well, that makes a ton of sense. But I was stoked because I was like, I want to see rich dudes flare out.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, SGA, okay, you look weird, but, like, I'm down for it because you got money and you're balling out with
Guess what? You can have your cornrows and diamonds now, but with a suit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, like if Jeremy Grant shows up to every game looking like that, like, dude, that is a fresh look.
Yeah, and there were racial undertones to it, but also Stern looked around and saw where sponsors were going because they didn't like it and said, no. We're not losing money because you want to dress like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna tighten this up a little bit. And a bunch of players obviously got miffed about it, but like hearing from those guys now, most of them look back and go, it was the right call. Because like what it did for us branding wise, it made us more attractive to higher level clients. Like you get guys that are getting Rolex sponsorships. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't happen. Guess what else Rolex sponsors? Tennis and golf.
Roger Federer.
Yeah.
Who's on every billboard in Europe.
Yeah. And you know Rolex is one of the biggest ad spenders in the world.
Oh, really?
Oh, brother. Go look at what it costs to go be the title sponsor for a tennis Grand Slam.
Really?
Oh, because even though the numbers aren't as big,
it's still worldwide.
It's not just that. The people they're advertising to. They're advertising to people with money.
Top flight security of the world, Craig.
Yeah, lots of money.
And so that was what brought a lot of those in was like
the high-end sports.
You all of a sudden you get, the high-end bougie sponsorships start popping up for the NBA too. And it's like, yeah, see, that's where the real money is. Like, don't get me wrong, Gatorade, Nike, Adidas, that's all great and everything. But we want that Rolex money.
10 toes down, if I make Rolex money, I'm dressing up every day.
Oh, yeah.
If I made Jeremy Grant money, like, kudos to him. I'm dressing like that every day.
You know
who's going to love that? My wife. And you know who's going to love that even more? Me.
Yeah. It's one of those things where the guys that have the big money, do it. I love guys that are on rookies, like good rookie scale deals. It sounds like I'm throwing him under the bus right now, but I don't mean it in any way, shape, matter, or form.
You're going to say Shaden Sharp.
No, Chris Murray.
Oh, yeah?
Chris wears, like, warm-ups everywhere.
Oh, you told me, like, team-issued gear.
Yeah, team-issued gear. Like, and he's not the only one who does that.
Well, like, Scoot had the velour tracksuit there for a while. That was quite fresh.
Scoot, one time in a postgame, had, like, skin-tight leather boots, and it took him, like, 35 minutes to get them on. He's trying to do the interview while he's putting them on. And out of nowhere, I can't remember what caused it to happen, but he starts humming dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. And he's like, somebody said, like, what is that? And he started singing it. He goes, that song's just a banger. So he's singing that song while he's putting on these skin tight, like leather, like knee high leather boots. It was one of the funniest, weirdest things that I've ever experienced from a player. It was just like, Scoot, you just keep being you, dog. Like he's a good natured kid.
That's how I do it.
Anthony, team issued gear and Nike gear because he's a Nike athlete.
Yeah.
Like the number of guys that, like, even when Ant got money, he was like, I'm good. Like I love guys that are just like team issued gear everywhere. You see them like the photos, like when they get off the plane and stuff like that, or going to the arena, team issued gear.
Well, when we met Jeremy's dad,
yes,
Jeremy Grant's dad, we interviewed him in Baltimore. There's a lot of swagger in that Grant family.
That was a custom suit that was tailored to a well-built man in his 50s.
Dad and uncle got some swag, and it came down to Bubba Jeremy.
Look, Horace made goggles look good.
That's the truth.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Kurt Rambis made him like known.
Yeah. Horace made him look
good.
And
Horace made him look good.
Yeah.
Oakley Dokley, we got a lot to get to today. We will get to the Blazers in the 11 o'clock hour, or at some point, I don't know, a lot of moving parts here. We'll talk a little World Baseball Classic as well, but today feels a little bit kind of dominated by the NFL. There is a lot to get to. When we come back, 3 solid hours on the Timbers loss. When we come back, 2 firsts for maybe the top 3-2 defensive player as Max Crosby goes to Baltimore. We'll start there. The Firm, 105.1 The Fan.
Good.
You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking.
1021 Portland Sports Leader, don't you forget it. We are live from the shadows of the historic Fremont Bridge, 503-864-6326. That's the Fan text line, youtube.com, 1051 The Fan. That's the channel. 10 toes down, if I made Rolex money, I'm still dressing like Adam Sandler. He does dress weird.
Yeah,
He just dressed not weird, but he just doesn't care.
Yeah. There's just something. I mean,
I do like the idea of going to like the Oscars or the NFL honors, like whatever world you live in, and not in a suit.
oh, just straight up
Just like,
dirtbagging
just
it.
like I'm in jeans
Sweatshirt
and
and a t-shirt.
I'm in jeans, a quarter zip, and a hat.
I know a guy that plays basketball with Adam Sandler when he comes into town.
Okay.
And he told me that when he plays with him, Sandler wears like a Hanes t-shirt and like champion shorts.
Like a Michael Jordan commercial
Yeah,
from 95.
Opens up a fresh pack.
Yeah, but no, like an old one. Like he's just like a big baggy t-shirt.
Got a can of Surge on the
Yeah,
sidelines.
but it's like he's stuck in Billy Madison time.
What was the sport drink that was carbonated?
Oh,
All Sport?
All Sport.
Was All Sport carbonated?
Yeah, they had to get it out of schools because it had like 350 calories in it too. I remember in middle school we had the All Sport vending machines.
Oh, it's totally. I had one in high school.
God, now
All Sport was the dumbest idea because like when you are like hot and sweaty and tired and thirsty, dude, I do not want bubbles. I don't know. Maybe that's a 10 toes down take and kind of hot takey, but like
I love it.
I do not want carbonation if I'm hot, dude. I need cold water. And if you're going to give me Gatorade or something like that, and I can't have it all fizzy because I want to chug. It's hard to chug carbonated things. That's why you can chug Mountain Dew because Mountain Dew is lower carbonated. Have you ever noticed that?
Did not know that.
Can't chug Coca-Cola, but I can't chug a Coca-Cola, but I could chug a Mountain Dew.
Really?
Yeah, it's lower carbonation, man.
See, I'm on the other side of it. I love the carbonation.
Okay.
It's like one of my.
Well, I love carbonation too, but I can't chug it, and I don't want it if I'm like hot and sweaty and tired.
I mean, Sprite's like the all-time
A McDonald's
carbonated one.
Sprite.
Yeah.
A
Like,
McDonald's Sprite is pretty banger.
Yeah.
We talked about this on Friday, dude.
Yeah.
Grant Hill was in a Sprite commercial. All I ever wanted
have you
was...
ever tried to do the Sprite challenge?
What is it?
You pound the not the 20 ounce, but not the 2 liter. It might be the 1 liter. You try to do it without burping.
Oh, probably impossible, because I would bet Sprite has the highest
Yeah,
carbonation.
that's what I'm saying. It's the highest carbonation. Like maybe it's an urban legend, but I think somebody like got like super sick from trying to do that. I mean, it's remember when the kids were eating Tide Pods, so you know.
I learned about this lady who they were giving out free tickets. Oh, I was doing like training, like the stupid training videos we have to do, and it was about like on air promotions. And like somebody, some radio station was giving away tickets to like a Madonna concert or something like that. And this lady, it was like, whoever cannot go to the bathroom the longest will win these tickets.
Yeah.
And this mom went like 7 hours after chugging water. Like you had to drink a certain amount of water.
She died.
And she died.
They ended up costing people jobs.
Yeah, millions of dollars,
I
dude.
think a radio station shut down after that.
Dude, shut this place down, that's for sure.
I pulled it up. The early 90s era All Sport. It wasn't the calories that was that high. It was almost 200, but it was 32 grams of sugar.
So much, dude.
Bro.
At least it's real sugar, though.
No,
Because, like,
it was
it's
high
not.
fructose.
Oh, because, see, that's why I drink Gatorade. If I ever do, it's Gatorade over Powerade.
And it was
Because Powerade's high
Yeah.
fructose, Gatorade is sugar.
and it was 32 grams of carbs.
Where are those carbs coming from?
The sugar.
Dang, dude. If you got so much sugar in it, you're having carbs, that's a bad idea.
That's just
Unless I'm an idiot, which is very possible, and that's just natural.
now All Sport has the powder.
oh.
That's what they transitioned to.
Okay.
They've
So you-
rebranded.
so
like
you can
low,
chew-
well, it's low calorie, no carbonation, no sugars.
That doesn't sound like All Sport to me.
Nope, sounds like a complete opposite.
I thought this was America.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. The more you
That's
know.
how as bad they've been now.
Totally, dude. What is your problem?
But it tasted good because it had all of the sugar. So there you go.
We really screwed this over.
Mm.
Side note, what was the wildest thing you heard today?
Michael Pittman to Pittsburgh.
Is that the wild? I mean, I know that's the sexiest for Casey.
Casey dropped to his literal knees.
I did the Rocky, 2 hands in the air.
I'm
So-
trying to talk to you guys about Fernando Tatis's grand slam. You guys are just nerding out over there about NFL signings.
I mean, it was fun to watch him hit the nuke and then watch the Dominican go nuts. But also at the same time, the NFL is NFLing really hard. Do we double seggy this, kind of like tease it and then go into it further? Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I'll do it this
Totally
way.
hose this. I'm like looking at the clock. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's a Monday. Max Crosby going to the Ravens was kind of not an afterthought, but a foregone conclusion. It sounded like coming out of
Was that
Thursday.
Friday?
Yeah, it happened Friday. So Thursday, it sounded like that was probably heading that way. And
Side note to derail, but not derail. I just watched Fernando Tatis chugging a bottle of San Pellegrino.
there you go.
So
Well, it feels good.
poop on my face about the carbonation when you're
Yeah.
real thirsty. He was sweating too.
I love carbonated beverage.
Max Crosby was on Friday.
Yeah, but as a Raiders fan, I hate to see him leave, but this has got to be like one of like the happiest farewells I've ever had as a fan of a team. Like going through the comments, he released a video on Saturday or Sunday of like thanking Raider Nation, all those kind of things, and it wasn't one of those scripted things. He just kind of turned on the camera of his podcast and just went for like 12 minutes, and it was like, this is why I love this dude. Like,
Yeah.
he once a Raider, always a Raider, all that stuff that goes with it. I just want him to do well. Trading him in conference, air quotes, it's Baltimore in the AFC, but it didn't bother me. But it's also it sucks to see him go. I just hope he does well. But Raiders 2 first-round picks, including a top 14 pick in this draft. That's you did well.
And we'll jump into that here. And the last thing I'll say, just to kind of support that, I wish we saw more honesty from players like Max Crosby did.
I think it's easier for somebody like him who embraced the culture in not a fake way.
Yeah.
Like he was
He is Raider Nation.
He
Especially
he wore the
such
shield.
Such an iconic brand.
He's got the
fan
shield
base.
tattooed on him.
Yeah.
Like he's a Raider.
Yeah.
Like that guy is a dude through and through, and he kind of fit the ethos of a Raider, of like the pirate spirit, as it were, like the redemption.
A little bit nasty.
Yeah, a lot of bit nasty, but also he was a redemption story. It's a guy that was abusing drugs left, right, and center, and got his life back together, and not only became like a fun like redemption story, he's a Hall of Famer. Like he's an absolute monster. Like he didn't just get good, he got great. He's gonna have, he's gonna be up there with Howie. Like that's where Max is gonna be when this is all said and done.
$1 million on the Vegas odds that he will sign a one-day contract for the Raiders at some point in his life.
Yeah.
$1 million I will put
He
down.
he will retire a Raider.
Yeah.
He could win a Super Bowl in Baltimore.
He could win 3.
He's retiring a Raider.
Yeah, let's get into what this actually looks like. Obviously, this loads up Baltimore. I've got some interesting thoughts on the Raiders in this situation as well. We'll go to that next, but we'll toss it over to Hatless Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win last night hosting the Indiana Pacers. Final score in that one was 131-111 as Scoot Henderson led the way for Portland. He posted 28 points to go along with 6 assists. Portland starts a 2-game home stretch hosting Charlotte tomorrow at 7 p.m. Your Portland Timbers fell to the Vancouver Whitecaps on Saturday night 4-1. Portland's lone goal on Saturday was scored by 18-year-old Eric Izoita, a product of Timbers Academy, who became the youngest goal scorer in club history. Portland will take on the Houston Dynamo this Saturday at 5:30. Some NFL news for you, as the Kansas City Chiefs are signing Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III. Walker rushed for 1,100 yards and scored 9 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons, and the deal includes it's a $45 million deal that Walker will be signing in Kansas City. The New York Jets are adding a key piece to their secondary, picking up veteran safety Minkah Fitzpatrick in a trade from the Dolphins. Miami will receive a 2026 7th-round pick from the Chargers, as Fitzpatrick will sign a 3-year, $40 million contract with New York. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke
We're hanging out here in the NFL. We'll get to some Blazers chatter at the top of hour number deuce. Guess we're going to have to talk about old Scoot Henderson again, huh?
Indeed.
Old Scooter McScoot.
A lot more fun, though.
He was scooting last night, that's for sure. So we'll get to that in the top of the 11 o'clock hour. But, we were talking about Max Crosby being dealt to Baltimore and kind of the like we were talking about, the first ripple. That was the domino that fell. When Crosby got traded, then everything went through, or everything started to what's the word I'm looking for? Started to land.
I do the best I can.
Domino.
And let the chips fall where they may.
Thank you, Chance. That's what it is. Domino effect. Yeah. Look, I don't have to be a genius to sit here and tell you that what an absolute diabolical move by the Baltimore Ravens. Somebody like Max Crosby that has that kind of tenacity, ferocity, plays with so much passion and emotion, that's a Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Siragusa, Suggs, T-Sizzle kind of Baltimore Ravens defensive guy. He's the perfect fit. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a monster from day one.
R.I.P. Joe Burrow, who now has Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, and T.J. Watt.
Yeah, sorry, bud. Like, that stinks. And what if Hendrickson goes to one of those teams? You know what I mean? God. Like, you don't even have the one on your team. You can't be like, well, I got my guy. Not anymore, bro. So, obviously, and I think Baltimore, from their standpoint, they don't expect to be picking as high as they will in this new draft. Now, the Raiders pick, but their draft pick, like the Chiefs at 9, would be a really valuable draft pick for me.
The 14th overall pick that's real draft equity
for a Ravens team that should be competing for Super Bowls and does, to be fair, minus the exception of this year. Like, if I'm the Chiefs, that number 9 is very special to me, because you've seen the Niners got lucky that they still survived despite the Trey Lance situation. The Warriors got super lucky despite their disastrous of a number 1 overall pick. Like, when you don't usually pick in that area, you have to be very careful.
I mean, the Warriors did it with Wiseman, and then they did it with Barnes was fine, but
Wiseman went number 1, and he's not even in the league, is he?
And then Kuminga.
Oh yeah, Kuminga. Well, Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I know.
Jonathan Kuminga. Yeah. Watch your mouth there.
But the way they could have gone with that that's usually what it does. Is it sets you back so far. The fact the 49ers didn't is crazy, but the Raiders have getting 2 first-round picks. Like, there was this talk like, well, I don't know if you're going to get what you got for Micah Parsons, and I'm like, why not?
Why not? Yeah. In fact, you might be able to do better. And I think if you're Baltimore, I think it's a good move for them.
Oh no,
not just to get Max, but what they gave up for him, I think is a good move.
There's 3 teams that were willing to put real draft equity down for Max. The Cowboys were a team that they were going to go a first and a second plus some other stuff. But the Raiders, I think Spytek did a great job here. Look, things were what they were, and Max did a really good job of not negotiating in public and forcing his way out publicly. He can kind of wear that and not do that. And
a little badge of honor.
I'm not mad at Dame for doing that. I understand why players do it, because you have to do something to get moved, kind of a deal.
Dame could have been so much worse. He could have been a billion times worse.
And like it happens. I understand the business side of it. I don't ever begrudge a player for doing that. But the Raiders getting that pick, it was like, oh, you got real draft equity for a guy who means everything to you. You didn't wait. You didn't do the thing where you piss everybody off. You know what I mean? Like, you just – I think both sides are good in this. I think the Ravens – all 3 sides. The Ravens feel good. The Raiders feel good. Max Crosby feels good.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say about the Ravens before sliding over to the Raiders situation is you have to think, even without Max Crosby, they expected their draft pick next year to be what? 27th? 28th? God forbid 30th overall, So – sometimes I feel like when you're a team as good as Baltimore, or at least you have a window like Baltimore does, a first-round pick is not that much of a sacrifice to me.
It is, though.
I know
that
it is.
Fifth year really matters.
I know. I don't mean to undermine that, but 14 versus 28 are very different worlds.
But also, the same token, Lamar Jackson, is he the healthiest quarterback in the history of the league?
He is not.
There's real risk in that.
And there's a new of contract situation
not
going
only
on
that,
with him, too.
There's a new head coach.
That's true. No more Harbaugh.
And an aging Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh covers a lot of wounds over there.
And remind me again, Isaiah Likely, who does he play for now?
Not the Ravens.
Okay, like the Ravens
Got some issues.
And they've got another very, very cases just trying not to just lose his mind over there. Ravens, but the Ravens have a very, very, very high priced defense now. Whether it's Hamilton, whether it's Roquan, whether it's Max,
whether it's Marlon Humphrey,
like you've got 5 dudes on that defense that make a lot of money. Like they are very much all in on next year.
It is a high priced.
And if Lamar gets dinged up, if Henry gets dinged up, if Zay Flowers gets dinged up, they are.
If Lamar gets dinged up, we just saw it.
Oh, I know. That's what I mean. Like
even though they're bringing Snoop back, it's still a tough ride.
So there's real risk on that first round pick next year too.
Let me give you maybe a hot take, Danny, on your Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're doing it right.
I do too.
I think they're doing it right. I think it sucks to lose Max Crosby. What you got is great.
Mm-hmm.
You have the number 1 pick in the draft. Looks like you're going to take your quarterback. Got a lot of holes to fill. There's a lot of things that really need to get figured out in Vegas.
So with that second first-round pick, do you think that they're going to go get a piece for Mendoza or build that O-line?
I think you're seeing. Look,
I think you can do both.
I think you look at best. Who's the one thing that I've appreciated the Raiders over the last 2 drafts with their first overall or their first round pick. They have taken the best player available. You took Brock Bowers. You took Ashton Genty.
And now you're going to take Fernando Mendoza. I don't think Mendoza's the best player available. Quarterback, different conversation.
Yes, but
if you want to go for a quarterback,
that
Mendoza's
14th
going to
pick,
be your guy.
Is there a great tackle that falls?
Yep. Is there a wide receiver that falls?
Do I take Omar Cooper Jr., who made Mendoza feel so comfortable in Indiana?
Yeah, you might.
Here's the other thing.
Is a Mekhi Lemon still on the board?
Well,
the kid from Arizona State, who I don't love, but
Jordan Tyson.
Is Tyson still on the board?
Or
Kenyon Sadiq on the board.
Or does...
Well, you have Bowers, my bad.
And?
Well, I guess you could.
that's called pushing the middle of the field.
Especially if Sadiq doesn't mind blocking. But if he doesn't mind, which he clearly doesn't.
12 personnel all the way.
All day.
Here's the other thing.
Kubiak just...
When you're sitting there at 14 and you're the Raiders and the Chiefs just signed Kenneth Walker III and Jeremiah Love falls and Kenyon Sadiq falls, who's calling you now?
You have Ashton Genty, though.
Who's calling?
But that's what I'm saying. Who calls you? Who calls you now?
And says, I want Mekhi Lemon or Jordan Love. Or Jordan, why do I always say that?
Who gets bumped down now because of moves that we're seeing being made?
Yeah.
And the Raiders are sitting there, leading up to the clock. If a guy gets bumped down now, who comes calling and says, we'll give you our first in a second?
It is so true because who says that Kansas City doesn't take that 9 and what's their other one? The Rams one was 28,
Rams
29?
now have 13th because they traded with Kansas City.
No, but what did Kansas City get from them, though? Didn't they get their first round? So they have 2 first-rounders this year?
For McDuffie?
Yeah, that'd be the 13th pick.
Yeah.
They have 9 and 13?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
And so that's the thing.
Who says they don't package those 2 together to go get somebody up?
And also 29.
That's what I was thinking. So who says they don't take the 9 and 29 or the 14 and 9 and move up?
That's what I'm saying. There is now a lot, because you have the Raiders and Chiefs back-to-back in that range, and the Chiefs are picking at 9. There's a lot of volatility in that 9 through 15 space.
Again, look, I don't know if Tom's going to be the right move down there. It smells a little bit of Jordan-esque, of great players that aren't quite doing it correctly. The Guerrero stuff weirds me out. But from a football side right now, I kind of like it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
look, what do I always say? Mediocrity is the scariest place to be, and the NFL is number 1 in that because it is very hard to get better in the NFL when you are mediocre, where your draft status is, et cetera, et cetera. Your cap status is probably iffy a little bit. You're probably paying somebody too much money. If you're going to tear it down, tear it down.
And the Raiders have gone out and gotten 2 corners to where they don't have the worst secondary I've ever seen in the history of my football fandom.
But you need an O-line and you need some weapons.
Yeah, and so now they've got some capital to play with. They can their cap space is actually, they have $18 million in dead cap to Geno, and they got a rookie quarterback. It's fine. Again, I don't expect them to be good.
Exactly.
Just be functional.
That's also the other thing is I didn't expect them to be good this year. Now, it kind of hit a crater.
Yeah.
It looked bad in the end, especially
they got beat up.
With Geno throwing birds at the fans. It just started to aesthetically look really bad. But I didn't expect them to be good. Now, we really don't expect you to be good, and you're making the right moves. I think as much as Baltimore is shooting their guns in the air that they got Max Crosby, I think this is a good day in Raider Nation.
Yeah, I do too. I hate seeing Max leave. I absolutely
and I hate
despise
seeing
it.
you happy. So
Yeah.
you know I don't want
Yeah.
this.
But it worked out the best possible way, I think, for everyone involved.
$159 million.
That's a lot.
For Malik Willis. Huh? That's what we're doing here? Go to Miami next. 105.1 The Fan.
It's
Here's the situation.
We'll palette refresh here in a moment. Talk about a little bit Blazers and old Scoot McScoot. He scooted last night. We're getting a little bit of that in the Big Nooner, but continuing on this trend of a wild day in the NFL, the gifts keep on giving. What do we have that just hit over the break? You two been talking about it?
Which one?
Any of them?
Oh, I mean, Seahawks lost Kobe Bryant. He's going to the Bears.
I mean, I thought we lost Kobe Bryant years ago.
Yeah.
Kenneth Gainwell to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Nobody likes my
Jeez.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to acknowledge it, but that one, it was a late burn.
Yeah.
See, this is what's so funny about this. Like, I love baseball. You guys love football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you love basketball.
Yes.
But
I love baseball too. I got excited when Tatis hit the nuke, but then Michael Pittman got traded right then.
whenever I hear NFL guys nerd out about like players I've kind of heard of that go to other teams, it's way more than in baseball. When you're like, Kansas City signed Michael Wacha? Wow. Never.
Yeah.
Nobody ever says that. Ever.
Cardinals legend.
It's it's just like, oh, the Mets got Juan Soto. Wow, yeah, they're paying him a lot. Yeah, $800 million. Okay. Fringe guy signs with the Bucks. Whoa, it's wild.
Yeah,
The NFL's king, man.
Hey, he was a team MVP last year.
Whoa! I'm not talking trash. I'm just saying it's wild that the NFL commands that type of attention.
True.
It's impressive. I'm not even mad.
It's fun. It's fun to see it. Oh, and the Raiders. Hello, Raiders. Tyler Linderbaum is a Raider.
Well, there's your offensive line.
Hello, Cam Hayward.
Dude, I didn't realize you were quad boxing over there.
Oh yeah, brother. I got dual World Baseball Classic and I got dual NFL free agency going right now. This is great.
Let's see. Here we go. Another big domino to drop is Malik Willis. 3 years, $67 million.
Yeah, was it 45 million guarantees? You're paying $22.5 million for a starting quarterback? Cool.
Dare I say that's a good deal for Miami?
Yes.
The problem is they're going to have $99 million that's dead in Tua.
Yeah, they have to wait until June 1st to make him a post-June 1 hit so they can spread it across 2 years. So it'll be $45 million a year. So you're paying the $60 million that you pay for a starting quarterback over the next 2 years. But this is what we talked about with the Dolphins.
It's $160 million for one player.
Yes, but also the Dolphins sent Minkah Fitzpatrick out. You know, Tyreek Hill obviously not coming back, and now it's like, do they keep Jalen Waddle? Like, what else do they do on that team? Like they need to. They're undergoing basically the same process that the Broncos went. It's going to be a 2-year process. You're going to suck.
Mm-hmm. And the Broncos did suck. You're talking when they got Russ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it for the next 2 years.
when they let go of Russ.
Yeah. For the next 2 years. You're going through the process.
And in comparison, we just got done talking about the Raiders and kind of how they're redoing this because Miami's in the same boat. I think last year we had a little bit of expectation for them, maybe 8-9 wins, something like that. Can Tua put it together, quote unquote? Is Mike McDaniel got a shot at making that work, quote unquote? And the bottom fell out, and that team is not very good. They cut their quarterback, head coach is gone, etc. The difference between Miami and Las Vegas. We talked about this at the trade deadline, Danny. Who's Miami's best player?
And the answer was
Jalen Waddle? Yeah, like, is that what it was?
Chubb if he's healthy.
Devon
Chubb?
Achane.
Yeah, Achane.
Yeah. And now Chubb's gone, right?
He's a free agent?
He's a free agent this year.
Yeah, so Chubb's gone. He
They
ain't
released
coming
him.
back.
Yeah.
They'll probably trade Jalen Waddle because he's the only thing worth a damn there. But, like, the Raiders are going to be bad next year. The Dolphins are going to be bad
On purpose because they have to go through this.
But I mean, it's not even. How am I?
No,
trying
they're
to compare
going to be
this?
they're going to be Raiders-esque.
I think they're going to be way worse than the Raiders were this year.
I don't think so because even the guys, especially on the Raiders secondary last year, was so egregious, so bad that you didn't know anybody. Like if you were not a diehard Raider fan,
You don't know.
you don't
names.
know anybody, and it's just like, oh, man. And their offensive line was tough. Like their wide receivers were brutal. I mean, Brock Bowers, if he plays the whole season, it's he's putting up Trey McBride numbers because he's the only guy that can consistently get anything going.
You traded Jacoby Myers, who then started popping off in Jacksonville at the end of the year.
But I feel like they kind of had to trade Jacoby.
Oh yeah, no,
Myers.
because
100%.
yeah, I mean he was their number one, and he's more of a solid 3, okay 2.
a baller 3.
Yes,
okay,
like
2.
that's kind of where you're at.
Where are you guys on Malik Willis?
Look, if the Raiders
talented, athletic.
if the Raiders were serious about trading the number 1 overall pick, I was like, I'll spin the wheel on Malik Willis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with that.
As a stopgap?
Yeah. Especially on the deal that he got.
It's 20-ish.
Yeah, $22 million a year.
45 guaranteed.
Yeah, 45 guaranteed. So it's a 2-year stopgap. And look at the Dolphins' timeline. What do they have to do for the next 2 years?
Suck.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
And bite the bullet, so to speak, and kind of, work your way through it. And so at the end of those 2 years, if Willis is good, then you give him the deal.
Sure.
If not, you cut bait entirely, and your cap situation isn't an unmitigated disaster.
Right. In 2 years, they get out of the Tua situation, and if Malik Willis ain't it, then you hope. I wouldn't be shocked. Miami, in my opinion, might have the number 1 pick next year, if it's not the Jets. Now, the Jets' defense is getting real nasty.
At least on paper.
At least on paper, and Aaron Glenn's going to have to deliver with that kind of talent, the money they're spending in New York.
Good luck with Justin Fields.
And most likely how they draft, because they're probably going to take Reese at the top at number 2, unless they trade out of it.
And, when you're talking about spin up for players, defensive players, really good in their rookie years. See Nick Imanwari. Real good. You can high-level, high-impact defensive players, pretty common at the top of the draft.
And then let's see. And then so I think the Dolphins will be the worst team in football next year.
The Browns exist.
They do, but that defense, man, defense is good. They'll sneak games. Cleveland beat the Packers.
Again, what division do the Browns play in?
The AFC North.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No.
If Miami is one of the worst, I mean,
again,
hell,
they're going to be one of the 5 worst teams in the league.
Yes, Cleveland could be the worst as well. So if you're drafting in the top 3, these are your choices. If you decide that Malik Willis isn't your choice, you have Arch Manning, you have Dante Moore, Brandon Sorsby, and potentially Trinidad Chambliss. So if you're Miami, I think it's a great move to bring in Willis. I think they bring in Willis expecting it not to work.
I don't know about that. I think you're
well, I don't think you ever do that.
No, I think they're giving him quasi-real money.
Is it for a quarterback that's going to start?
It's prove it for him too.
Sure.
Look, a guy's getting $45 million guaranteed.
That ain't nothing to mess around.
No, that's real money.
But Tua's also getting $45 million guaranteed this year.
You have to differentiate that if you're Malik Willis, right? Was another team willing to offer that? Because the thought was he would get $30 million a year guaranteed.
That's my other interesting thing with Malik Willis is this deal in Miami, and they're going to suck. What else was on the table?
Or is he looking at it? Look. From multiple standpoints. Number 1, Florida, no income tax.
Right.
That's a real thing.
And he is the starter.
Yes, and he is the starter. He's going to come in there. Now, if he's able to play above expectations with a dog water team, guess what's going to happen in 2 years? He's going to get paid.
Yeah.
Whether it's by the Dolphins or somebody
else.
They're going to look at that and go, that team sucked and he was still above average? Damn. Okay.
How old is Malik Willis?
He was drafted in 22, so he's probably 26.
26,
yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I mean, and for him to go from, quasi-journeyman.
Well, he looked bad in Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean.
But then we realized.
That was bad.
I can't believe they gave up on him for Will Levis.
Yeah. Mr. Mayo.
Oh, God.
They said he's got a hot girlfriend and he's got a big arm, so let's go with that.
Dude, when you miss on quarterback, you're the
painful.
Dolphins right now.
It's painful, dude.
$99 million dead hit.
And look at the Cardinals. They're going to pay Kyler to go away.
Yeah, and whoever they bring in. Yeah, now what do they do? That's the other question. With Malik Willis off the board, now what do? I think they are going to run it back with Jacoby Brissett.
And they're going to suck.
So.
And they have the third pick.
And if they get? They're going to take that offensive lineman. They're going to take that guy, Maoga. I can never say his name correctly. Yeah. They're going to take the kid from Miami. And do they trade Marvin Harrison Jr.? We talked about that a couple weeks ago. If he's worth a second-round pick.
Rookie scale contracts you don't give up on, though.
I know. That's what I think. But maybe they're giving up on Marvin Harrison Jr.,
which
hasn't been a pretty start.
Nope.
I mean, quarterback play hasn't been great either, so pick which one you want to die by.
If the Steelers go and got Marvin Harrison Jr., I would put a Steelers Super Bowl ticket in today.
Do you have a Steelers tattoo?
No, not yet.
I love that. Not yet. What are we waiting for?
I'll wait for another ring.
Okay. You gonna get all the rings tattooed, or
No,
just the ones you're alive
I'd probably
for?
just get the, I guess the Roman numerals
Okay.
of the ones in my lifetime.
Okay. See, I like that. In your lifetime, you can't get Bradshaw ones.
No, I'd probably just get the 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Just the
call.
3.
I'm gonna call Casey when he's 70 and the Steelers have not won another Super Bowl.
Oof.
I don't wish that on you. I think you're a great
You
guy.
think you're living to 85, huh?
I do.
Okay.
Dang it. You did that quick. You did that math a lot quicker than I did. 85. Oh, that's pushing it.
Yeah.
At this rate, I'll be lucky to get to 45.
Look, if I hit the national average, I'm happy.
What's the national average?
For men, it's 74?
74, not
72.
bad. Not
Can't
bad.
remember. I get the men and women backwards.
Not bad. I'm already retired, so that's good.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you not feel like you're retired?
No.
Oh, dude, we got the best jobs in the world.
Not doing
man.
me wrong, but like my body hurts.
Oh. Well, I mean, whether you worked or not, your body would still hurt.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. If you didn't have a job and you just had generational wealth, your body still sucks, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I could fly to Germany and get all the drugs. I'd feel great about it.
Get some stem cells in you.
Oh, all the HGH. Wake up every day like
Just feeling like $1,000 billion.
kidding me. I'd be like Captain America in that chamber every day, just having
Yeah.
it pumped into me. Like, oh, this feels great.
That reminds me of the Heisman House commercial when Reggie finally got his Heisman trophy back and they like opened the time capsule and it's Reggie's just been frozen
Yeah.
there for 20 years.
I did love how they had fun with that.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. He's back.
Who's that? Nissan?
Yeah.
The second Reggie gets his trophy back, you're like, I need him in a commercial right now.
Yeah.
And I hope he's in more. Let's take a little palate cleanser. Let's get into our number deuces. The Blazers over the weekend. One bad game, one pretty good game, one good team, one really bad team. What we make of it, and some more NFL stuff in our number deuce. This is Portland Sports Leader, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Isaac and Suk here.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This sports update is brought to you by Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop, a great spot for any occasion. And don't forget, you save 10% on your Butcher Shop order when you dine in. Menus and more at laurelhurstmarket.com. First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win last night hosting the Indiana Pacers. Final score in that one was 131-111 as Scoot Henderson led the way for Portland. He posted 28 points to go along with 6 assists. Portland starts a 2-game home stretch hosting Charlotte tomorrow at 7 p.m. Your Portland Timbers fell to the Vancouver Whitecaps on Saturday night 4-1. Portland's lone goal on Saturday was scored by 18-year-old Eric Izoita, a product of Timbers Academy who became the youngest goal scorer in club history. Portland will take on the Houston Dynamo this Saturday at 5:30. Some NFL news for you as Michael Pittman is headed to the Steelers. The Indianapolis Colts chose to re-sign wide receiver Alec Pierce, but Michael Pittman is now on the move. Alec Pierce signed for a 4-year, $116 million deal, while Pittman was traded to the Steelers in a swap of late-round draft picks. Some more NFL news for you as Ravens free agent center Tyler Lindenbaum has reached a deal with the Raiders on a 3-year, $81 million deal. That includes $60 million in guarantees. This deal will make Lindenbaum the highest paid interior lineman in NFL history. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for the Oregon Ducks, the Fan Sports.
All right, hour number deuce here. If you missed any of the first hour, you can download that. The Fan Podcast, 1051thefan.com, the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts. Over on the YouTubes, if you missed the homie Mike Richmond on Dirt and Sprague this morning, you can check that out wherever you get your podcasts, the Odyssey app or YouTube. Rewind, fast forward. Except for in the future, that would be impossible. Fan Madness is back. Join the Fan Thursday, March 19th and Friday, March 20th for the 2 most exciting days of basketball. Tom's Watch Bar at A Casino Resort in Ridgefield. Dirt and Sprague, the firm of Harris and Meringue. Happy Hour with Luke Anderson. And Primetime with Isaac and Suk, all broadcasting live throughout the days. Don't miss a minute of action. Play hooky with the Fan or Fan Madness brought to you by A, Window Nation, George McCoy at Warren Allen Attorneys at Law, Cricket Wireless, and Video Only. March 19th and 20th at A Casino Resort.
10 more days.
10 more days. You watch college basketball this weekend?
I do, but I want to hold you real quick because something you said came true.
What?
The Jazz just waived Vince Williams Jr.
I told you.
Yeah, that happened.
I told you.
Yeah, sucks for him.
Yeah, I know.
We won't have time to get to that at any point in time. But
I know, and he's out.
Mm-hmm.
He's out millions of dollars.
Yep. Bummer. But college basketball.
College basketball.
Indeed.
I did watch that Duke North Carolina atrocity.
Mm.
I really thought Michigan State was going to give Michigan a nice run yesterday, but when you get 3 technicals in the first 5 minutes of the game, that doesn't really help.
Nope.
Jaxel
Lindenberg.
Very good.
Lottery pick.
Very good. Yeah, I wonder how high he can get. You know?
Well, so
I don't think he's jumping Wilson, but can he be the 5th overall pick?
So your top 3 are going to be some version of Peterson, Boozer, DeBonta. That's solid. I've talked to a couple executives over the last week, 10 days. Mm-hmm. Caleb Wilson is going for.
That's what I think.
So here's the thing, though. Wilson not being able to play because he fractured his thumb, I think is what it was, in practice on Thursday.
Yeah.
There were some executives that I've talked to that believe that Wilson had the chance to move into the top 3.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you love what you always praise him for, and you're totally right.
Motor
is his motor. His competitive engine is just
6'10" with that athleticism and that motor,
and he wants to.
Yeah, he wants to rebound. He wants the block shots. He wants to dunk everything. Like
to where I might be asking that question with a Darren Peterson, but the talent is
so
overwhelming. Yeah.
But the gist of the question that I have asked over the last week or so to a bunch of front office execs around the league is there any player basically 5 through 12 that you can't make an argument for going fifth? And the gist of the answer has been no.
Yeah.
And
They're
it's
kind of moving around.
It's not because that they're bad. It's like
the drop between 4 and 5 is that big.
Not even just that. It's that the group that's 5 through 12 is like, what do you want? Do you want Kingston Flemings, who just can get wherever the heck he wants to go and score?
Do you want a Yoxel to play down low?
Not even that. Like, how, again, scarcity of asset.
Right.
6'9" dude that can do all of the things.
Right.
Like, his ceiling's not as high because he's older. I'm like, do you want a player that can plug and play, that's got real size, that can dribble, pass, shoot, defend? Like, I like that. You know what I mean?
have one of those.
Do you like Braden Burries from Arizona because he can shoot the living bejesus out of the ball? Like, what do you like? Is LeBaron Philon? Yeah, he's a smaller guard, but he's good. Like, you can talk yourself into pretty much anything and everything, which is why even outside of the top 3, yes, an owner would pay $100 million, and every executive in the league would damn near give up all of his draft capital to pick number 1 in this draft. The guys that are 5 through 12 are guys that are 1 through 5 in next year's draft.
Any other draft,
like,
yeah. Well, especially because next year's down. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, next year's draft is...
I got a buddy who looks at a lot of this stuff very much from a gambling standpoint.
Oh, no way.
And he firmly believes that this could be one of the most wild tournaments we've ever seen because of the amount of wins that teams have going into this tournament is going to be more than any tournament's ever had. Does that make sense,
Yes.
what I'm saying? Like, there are going to be many, many teams with 25-plus wins.
So it's
like the bottom is the bottom.
Yes.
And the top is the top. Now, your 1 seeds, I would not be shocked if the Final Four is all 1 seeds again. I would not.
The cream is rising to the top, but it's also the middle is getting better because here's a perfect example. Do you know where Yaxel Lindenberg came from?
He played at STA?
UAB. He went from mid-major to Michigan.
And he's their best player.
Him, Morris Johnson, Ade Mara, like they're really good. Elliot Cadeau, like they're really they have 4 starters that are probably going to be NBA players.
Now the trade-off for this is that your first and second round games tend to not be that great now. But I've said this many, many times in my life in the past. The Sweet 16 and the Final Four games can be a bit of a dud. Elite 8 is usually really great games, and the Natty can hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
Elite 8's always been great games. Sweet 16 can be a struggle. Now, as the cream rises to the crop with all these teams with their amount of wins, if you're going to tell me I lose out on the upsets on day 1 and day 1, 2, day 3, 4 for better Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four, and Natties every day of the week, I'm sorry. I know we love, Lob City and FAU or Florida Gulf Coast. Sorry.
Yeah.
When Florida Gulf Coast goes or when UMBC takes down Virginia, like, I get it. Everybody loves that. When Northern Illinois hits a shot on somebody, like, yeah, it's wild. The John Morants and CJ McCollums are so cool, da-da-da. I'd rather watch better Sweet 16 Elite 8 games. I would.
Here's the thing, though. It's college basketball, and it's one and done. Anything can still happen.
It's like what I say about baseball. Everybody's like, oh, the Dodgers are just buying. I don't know, man. They went to 7 games last year in extra innings, and it was a pretty wild series. Still got to play the game, man.
Look, you
still got to play the game.
If you're one of those teams, you're the 5 or the 6 seed, those 6-11, 5-12 matchups.
Yeah,
there's still going to be some.
They're still going to be great.
And again, right now, bracketology, we're a week away.
Mm-hmm.
VCU is slated as an 11 seed.
Yeah, buckle up, friends.
And they would play Louisville.
Buckle up. That's a hell of a game.
Like I'm like, ooh, BYU would play UCF.
But also, if I sit in one of these regions and my 1 seed is Michigan, they're in the Sweet 16. My 2 seed is Iowa State, they're in the Sweet 16. And then my 3 and 4 seeds are like Kansas and... Because Kansas could easily be a 3 seed.
There right now is listed as a 4.
There you go.
By the way.
So then that region could have Michigan, Kansas in the Sweet 16. The hell right out of town, dude.
By the
way.
Rock
Chalk.
Do you know where Kansas is currently slated to play regionally?
Are they? Oh, I mean, I guess I could take any guess.
Here.
Oh, really?
You may be doing a solo show that day, brother. If Kansas is playing here at
Sakanik
noon,
might be doing a solo show that day, too.
I'm just saying, if Kansas is playing here at 11 o'clock tip-off,
Rob just doesn't show up to A.
yeah, I'm just like, I'm going to check it in for Moda on that day. You know, it's one of those kind of deals. But yeah, Portland right now is slated to host Vanderbilt, High Point, Kansas, North Dakota State. But, I mean, I'm not going for any other reason other to see Darren Peterson up close in person.
Yeah. And it could be one of Bill Self's last go-arounds, too.
If he doesn't kill Darren Peterson first.
Or himself.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill Self, he's like rocking that Tito life of like,
here's the
there's
other one,
always
too.
in and out of the hospital.
The other side of that bracket for Portland, Tennessee, Northern Iowa, Utah Valley, Gonzaga.
GU
might be playing local.
Boy, that game would be hot.
Yep. But again, this is as of right now. Things are going to change with conference tournaments. But yeah, no, I firmly believe your top 4 seeds. It's crazy. Duke, I always kind of pattern as a top seed this season. Like they could very much compete for one. They're the best team in the country right now with Michigan right behind them. And guess what? They've played each other. And guess who won?
I watched that game, and
Dude,
in my opinion,
great game.
And in my opinion, though, I knew who the best team was the whole game.
I think, Cadeau going 1 for 8 is the literal difference in that game. If Cadeau isn't just a brick house, it's a very different game.
And I was very impressed by Duke that day.
I mean, Boozer was unbelievable.
Just efficient.
I mean, he's so good.
He's just efficient.
He's so good. Oh, man, NCAA tournament time. Woo, the next 2 weeks are going to be fun.
How about them Blazers, huh?
Yeah, that was fun last night.
Let's actually get into this. Blazers over the weekend. We'll go there next. 105.1 The Fan. Well, the Blazers played basketball over the weekend, a game on Friday against the Houston Rockets. Then last night against the Indiana Pacers, my Indiana Pacers. Boy, are bad.
You really should adopt them fully and just...
Should I?
Yes. That is a... what's the right word I'm looking for?
Can I still be a Blazer fan?
Yes.
Okay.
Eastern Conference, Western Conference?
Okay.
Yeah, no, you can. That is a virtuous team fandom. You know what I mean? You're not chasing something.
No.
You're not riding the dragon.
No. My sister found my Reggie Miller card from when I was a kid and gave it to me like for Christmas a couple years ago.
Yeah, no.
She was like, I was rooting around Mom's house and I found this. You like this guy, right?
Yeah.
And she hands me the card and I look at it and it's my Reggie card.
Yeah, you're just like, oh.
I thought I lost that thing decades ago.
You're just like, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Look, I thought Mark Jackson was going to work in Golden State, all right?
Yeah.
That's how much of a Pacer fan I am.
But yeah, no, they're really bad. They play hard. They're just
do.
bad.
They do. And what does a team of Nembhard, Siakam, Hallie, and Boozer look like next year?
Look, if the Blazers don't move into the top 4 in the lottery, I pray that the Pacers win the lottery.
Totally, dude. They deserve it.
They've never.
You know who doesn't deserve it? The Wizards don't deserve it. The Jazz don't deserve it. The Kings sure as hell don't deserve it. Hey, man.
Send them to Indiana.
Why not?
I don't know if you want Peterson there.
I bet you they take Peterson.
I bet you they
to
do.
run point, let Hallie play the shooting guard.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, yeah?
You've Hallie create. Peterson be the
good
scorer.
Call, good call.
That's what you do.
Or you take DeBonsa to just get buckets.
Which, I mean, DeBonsa and Pascal for a year or two wouldn't be too terrible to watch.
DeBonsa at the 3, Pascal at the 4.
Or you go Cam. Like, its thing is
you
like
go Cam at the 4,
thing is
Pascal
Pacers.
at the 3.
Yeah.
Could you play Cam at the 5?
You can, but
probably wouldn't
he's a
want
little
to.
undersized.
Yeah, a little undersized.
You can go small ball depending on who you're playing against. But Pacers not good. They play hard. Blazers did the thing that they're supposed to do, which is beat a bad team. And most importantly from tonight, I don't care what the box score says. That was Scoot Henderson's best game.
Without a doubt. I've been pretty critical of Scoot of late on this show.
For good reason.
And in my personal life, yeah, and for good reason. What I saw from Scoot, first of all, Denny's back. And that pushes...
And how different it made everything look.
And that pushes Scoot to the bench. Now, I think a lot of the conversation, and I think is a fair conversation to have, I know it's long-term, but that's how you have to look at a guy like Scoot Henderson, is what does the point guard situation look like when Drew is gone? You know, because I don't know if Drew re-signs. I don't know if Drew ever plays again after his contract's done in Portland. I know he will, but you know what I mean. Is Scoot your guy of the future? And what I saw last night is I saw a guy in his perfect role. Off the bench, creating, knocking, sure, ball going hoop, that always helps. But being that guy that every 3 nights can carry you when you need a guy off the bench. I don't know if Scoot is any more than last night. And that could be a very valuable piece.
It can.
But I don't know if that's worth it for the Blazers going forward.
Because the thing you also have to remember is the performance that he had last night, 28, 6, and 3. The guy that's sitting on the bench right now not playing, he had seasons averaging that.
Yeah. I know.
And now what Dame is coming back off the Achilles is the thing that they still need to kind of figure out. But if you told me that Damian Lillard averaged 23, 6, and 3 post-Achilles, wouldn't surprise me one bit.
And it's going to be better production than what you get regularly out of Scoot.
Yes. And
I really hate this. I really hate this is where I'm at.
But
because you know me, man, I'm mystery box.
Yeah.
I like the draft picks. I like the building from within. I loved last night. It made me feel good, but then it made me sad. Like I made myself sad because I realized this might be the best I got.
I want Scoot to play like this, not necessarily the production. The production, yeah, you want that every night. But how he played. Yes, offensively he was incredibly efficient. He's 10 of 15 from the floor, 28 points, 6 turnovers, 6 assists, no turnovers. He was very, very, very good. But throw all the offensive stuff out, it might have been his best defensive game as a pro.
He had it all together. And that's what's interesting is I'm curious what it was last night. We've talked about a lot of it is confidence with him.
Oh, it's 100%.
I heard the boys this morning talking the same thing. It's confidence. I'm curious how nights like that happen, you know. Is it as easy as my first 2 shots went down and so I've got this? Or is it the roll coming off the bench, less pressure? Having Denny back, knowing that you've got a score back. I mean, Denny didn't have a great night, but that's to be expected. He's been off for a little bit.
25 minutes, he had 18, 8, and 5.
Yeah, dude. Average. Denny week.
It's like, oh, okay. Like,
but
a meh game from Denny was that.
But is that is that what it takes for a Scoot to just have that confidence? To see that a guy like Denny is back. Both Denny, Jeremy, and Drew are playing. You know, they're all almost 20 points because Drew had a nice night.
Jeremy and Giroux both had 21, both on, like, you had 42
Just
points
quietly,
on 20 shots.
Just quietly,
Yeah.
42 between the two of them.
42 on 20 shots.
That maybe that's and that's what I mean. If that's the situation, you know, let's say in the offseason.
Here's the situation.
Let's say in the offseason the Blazers trade Drew Holiday. Let's just
Sure.
hypothetical, okay? Because they know Dame's coming back. We'll have Dame run the offense, okay? So then your offense is the same. It's just replacing Drew with Dame. Now, Dame's a more efficient scorer than Drew. Obviously, we'll see post-Achilles. Is that still the best place for Scoot? Probably. If Shaedon comes back and plays the two, now I don't know what you do in terms of Jeremy to Denny with Shaedon, or if Shaedon comes off the bench too. That's a different question for a different day. Is that all it took for Scoot to get his confidence back, was to not have any, basically, pressure? A lot of people are out on Scoot right now and not starting. Does that relieve some of that gas?
I'm sure it does, but every player wants to start.
Of course.
Don't ever believe what a
Of
player
course.
says publicly
You
unless
tell
they're
me
late in
this
their career.
on and off the air 1,000 times. You're like, everybody wants to start.
Everybody wants to start. Everyone wants to play 30 minutes. Everybody wants the responsibility. Unless you're like an OG who knows like where he's at in his role, or a young guy who like Nasir Little. Nasir knew his role immediately. Like Chris Murray knows his role immediately. Like you can elevate beyond that. There are guys that I don't want to say satisfied, but they know who they are. And knowing who you are is one of the most valuable things you can be in the NBA.
Without a doubt.
It's
looking yourself in the mirror and knowing exactly who you are.
How do I get paid? How do I get on the floor? How do I stay on the floor?
One of the best examples that we've talked about at length for weeks now is Alex Caruso.
Yes.
Like he figured out, what he needs to do to get in. His time in LA wasn't great. Then he went to Washington, right?
He's bounced around, but
He's bounced around.
But he's been good everywhere.
And then he figured out his role at OKC, and he's a legend in that club.
I mean, he was undrafted, but he found his role in LA. Like that's really what he did. And that's the thing is like, for Scoot, what was a bummer over the last 5 games before this, that road trip where he was so bad, his process wasn't terrible. And typically you want better process to be rewarded. The thing that stood out on that road trip, his turnovers went down, but so did his risk tolerance. He stayed on the ball a lot more. He hesitated. He didn't trust things. The things that stood out for me, the box score be damned. The thing that stood out for me last night for Scoot Henderson was, number one, his defensive intensity, his focus, his effort. He busted back on defense so many stinking times. I was like, the number of times he had a rim finish or a rim lob or a rim pass. So he's 90 plus feet from getting all the way back. His momentum's carrying him the other way. And I saw him just bust back and find his assignment over and over and over again. It's like, that's a difficult thing to do. People probably don't understand that just in general, of like the taxing of what that is to drive like that and then to get back like that. It's like, oh, that's the job. It's like, yeah, watch the league, dude. That doesn't happen all the time when you're that guy.
How much can you attribute that to him playing with Rob Will most of the night?
Honestly, I think Scoot set the intensity level for the team.
He said, tonight's the night, guys.
And like, if he can do that, and on top of that, his decision-making tree last night was much, much quicker, just in general. Just kind of like run the tape back in your head. Think about how many times you saw Scoot dance with the ball. Very few times. He was making a quick decision, whether it was to drive quickly, shoot quickly, or pass quickly. He would make a decision and go. He caught the ball moving so many times, either out of DHOs or off down screens or off flare screens. There was even a couple threes he took where he caught the ball and he had maybe a little bit of advantage, but it wasn't quite enough to turn the corner, or he didn't feel like pressing the issue, or the defender backed up a little bit. He still drifted with it. He drifted with it right. He drifted with it left. He didn't get static and let a defense set underneath him. And then he pulled the three and hit it. It was like, yeah, there you go. Like, just whatever decision he was making, whether it was to pass, to shoot, or to drive offensively, defensively, jumping and just ripping the ball away from Nembhard and taking it the other way, knowing the shot clock's going down and getting a test up on Nesmith and blocking the shot. It was like, everything he was doing, there was an awareness and there was an aggressiveness to it. When Scoot Henderson plays aggressively in everything he does, the box score will reflect that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the shooting may come and go, but that happens for everybody. You want that volatility to tighten up, but playing with that level of intensity of aggressiveness with how he plays is how he will be productive.
Yeah, talking about that intensity kind of backs up this point being made on the YouTube chat right now. Scoot doesn't need to be 19-7-3, needs to be 13-7-3 and shoot above league average from the floor. And 3, you mix that with intensity, that's a pretty damn good player.
Look, even when Scoot
Because like you said, box score be damned. It doesn't always tell the story.
No, I said when Scoot came out, 18-8-5 was kind of what I expect him to be. And like people are like, oh, he should be so much better than that. Like, go ahead and run right now what 18-8-5 is in the league.
I was just going to say, who is 21-9-4? Hall of Famers?
Yeah. You know what Drew Holiday's averaging right now in the season? 18-6-4.
That's a pretty damn good player.
It's a really good, people get in their head if you're not a superstar, you're a bust or this, that, the other. If Scoot Henderson turned into an 18-8-5 guy, that's a guy that's a fringe all-star.
Yeah, I'll give him a 4-year deal for sure.
That's Mike Conley.
Don't you talk to me about Mike Conley.
You know what I mean? Like,
you know I love him.
Though 18-8-5 is a really, really,
it is really
and
good.
that's not me sitting here carrying the water for the Blazers. Just run a quick search in Basketball Reference of guards that have averaged 18-8-5.
And Mike Conley's a great point because Mike was never a true scorer. He could get buckets when he needed to.
Organizer.
Oh, dude, did he bring calm, collection, leadership, organization?
What did Scoot bring last night?
All that. All that.
He shouldered it not by just being the scorer, but getting them into their stuff fast, effectively, and efficiently.
And that's how you get another contract. And then when old Dame hangs it up, that's when you maybe get another contract and you're the starter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the path.
And again, they played the Pacers. But you know what you do against bad teams?
Win.
You do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you do it
Say
against
the line,
bad,
Bart.
yes, you should do this against them. But here's the problem. They just played bad teams on that road trip, and he didn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's where you want to see. That's how you grow.
And the next test will be, Utah?
They got Charlotte.
Charlotte on Tuesday.
Charlotte, Brooklyn, then Utah, I think.
Charlotte, Utah, and then on the road to Philly.
Oh, Philly, then
and
Brooklyn.
then they'll hit Brooklyn, yeah, and Pacers back around again. Real quick, Denny's minutes restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
Are we seeing 25? Yeah. Is that about it?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same with Jeremy and Drew when they had calf stuff.
Yeah.
About 25 minutes.
And again, you notice the difference from Denny immediately. First possession, head down, drive to rim, kick to wide open, Jeremy Grant 3.
Well, yeah, the back, man. The back is a fickle bitch sometimes.
But not even just that, having him on the floor, what it does
just
to
spaces.
a team. It's like the next play down, Denny and 1. Like, oh, that's right, rim pressure, super useful.
Super useful. All right, when we come back, let's get into some more NFL conversations. The Phillies, the Philadelphia Eagles, they handed out some money. Defense is a commodity right now. We're seeing it all across the league. We'll go there next. There's Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This sports update is brought to you by Reynolds Defense Firm. If you've been arrested for a DUI, you need a team of attorneys that you can put your trust into. Call Reynolds Defense Firm today, online at reynoldsdefensefirm.com. First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win last night hosting the Indiana Pacers. Final score in that one was 131-111 as Scoot Henderson led the way for Portland. He posted 28 points to go along with 6 assists, and Portland will start a two-game home stretch hosting Charlotte tomorrow at 7 p.m. Your Portland Timbers fell to the Vancouver Whitecaps on Saturday night 4-1. Portland's lone goal on Saturday was scored by 18-year-old Eric Izoita, a product of Timbers Academy who became the youngest goal scorer in club history. Portland will take on the Houston Dynamo this Saturday at 5:30. Some NFL news for you as the dominoes continue to fall as running back Travis Etienne is headed to New Orleans. Etienne is signing a 4-year, $52 million deal to return to his home state of Louisiana to play for the Saints. Lastly, the Raiders continue to make offseason moves as wide receiver Jalen Naylor has agreed to a 3-year, $35 million contract. That includes $23 million in guarantees, sending the Minnesota receiver to Vegas. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Recruiting with Andrew Nemec, Thursday evenings at 7.
Now, what did I do wrong?
Web Gems coming up next, everybody's favorite. Head back to the NBA on that one. But we're going to hard pivot here. The NFL, dude. It's just banging, man.
Bro.
I had that really nice conversation with you about Scoot, and I already forgot it.
We are now being robbed.
I already forgot about
We
it.
are being robbed of Mike Evans ever again in a Tampa Bay Buccaneers creamsicle jersey.
That's the truth, my friend. Just across the wire, Mike Evans signs a 3-year deal with the San Francisco 49ers. Let me start here. We just were talking about this in the break. 3 years? I didn't think Mike Evans had 3 years left in him.
Yeah, I saw Albert Breer.
I want him to, but I didn't think he did.
Breer had it, and somebody else had it. That there was a team out there that was willing to offer Mike Evans $27 million a year, but whether it was a year or multiple
1 year
years,
team option,
that kind of deal. So I don't know. We're just it is like just breaking news. He's signing a 3-year deal with the 49ers. We don't know the financials of it yet, but I really wanted Evans to stay in Tampa.
Schefter just tweeted, Mike Evans' decision to leave Tampa was not about money. The Bucs were very aggressive in their pursuit and presented what was said to be a very strong offer, but it came down to a desire for a new challenge as Evans enters the last seasons of his career.
Yeah, and let's jump right into that. Look, I think Mike Evans on the San Francisco 49ers is an absolute baller move. I think it's a great move by San Francisco because, look, there's been a lot of chaos and turmoil in that wide receiver room.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings can be a little questionable at times. To bring in an adult, to bring in, dare I say, a Hall of Famer
What do you mean, dare you say?
in Mike Evans,
Yeah.
I think it's a great
First
move.
ballot, yes.
I think it's a great move. It stabilizes, again, like I said, that wide receiver room. It puts a grown-up there, and it keeps them in their win-now mode.
Hey, remind me again, what are the 49ers known for as far as the players they go after?
Risk tolerance?
Mike Evans been healthy the last 2 years?
No. He has not.
Is
Now,
he-
I would argue the clavicle is not his fault.
I mean,
Does a healthy Mike Evans take a lot of pressure off of a young wide receiver,
Off of
Ricky Pearsall?
Yes,
Everyone?
sir, it does. Yes, sir, it
you
does.
have a
Yeah.
wide receiver who got shot.
Do you keep Jawan Jennings now?
I think the question becomes, do you keep Trent Williams? Because
Can you afford him? They do
That-
spend a lot of money.
he's a $38 million cap hit, I believe. He's owed 32.
I'd rather pay him than take that cap hit.
Well, I mean, trade. That's the thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's a fair point.
38.8.
yeah. So he's almost a $40 million cap hit. And look, Trent Williams, dude.
And
But it appears that they're far apart. So
And let's not forget that Mike Evans is also going to clean up a lot of what they're going to miss from Kittle, from an across the middle receiving standpoint. Because
you were Kittle-less.
we're kind of forgetting that they are Kittle-less all next year.
tearing your Achilles at the end of the season is
Not great.
going to take away the
Not
whole next
great.
season.
And so Mike Evans kind of shores up a little of that. And if Kittle, recovers, he's an absolute maniac, so I assume he will. If he recovers and he comes back the next season and Christian McCaffrey stays healthy, dude, that's a real nasty offense. Now you can go into the draft and address maybe your offensive line. Probably because your receiving room is stable. Your running back room is stable. See what they're going to figure out at the tight end position with no Kittle. Can you keep Purdy healthy? Because that's the other question that San Francisco's kind of running is Brock Purdy's not always healthy. I like the kid. I don't mean to bang on him, but he's not always healthy.
No, and this is where you take the offseason, you go back to Florida, you recharge, and hopefully come into the next season healthy.
You stick that foot that you had turf toe in all year, you stick that in a nice
Hyperbaric
little cryo
chamber.
and figure that out.
Mike Evans is a 49er. Ugh. I don't like it.
I don't have any disparaging feelings towards the 49ers. Is it a cross Bay thing?
Yeah, I just don't like Bay Area teams.
Yeah.
Like, no, the Raiders played in the Bay.
You Southern California people.
I know. They were in L.A. when I was a fan.
Does it shock you, Danny, if I prefer the Bay Area over Southern California?
Yes.
It does shock you?
I mean, yes, because the Bay sucks compared to Southern California.
Oh, I love the Bay.
What's better about the Bay?
Food?
No, not even close.
Yeah, I like Bay food.
Not even close. At least one of the best food cities on the planet. What?
Yeah, I can't get down with
Bro,
that one.
what?
Spent a lot of time in Southern California growing up. I'm good.
Ay. Food, weather, people,
I like
the same taxes. They all suck.
I like San Francisco weather.
Ugh.
Best Chinatown in America? Yeah, dude. I know where to get the best Mai Tai in the world, too.
You're killing me right now.
Some really great seafood. Great Asian cuisine. What? Those are all good points. Wow, I didn't mean to make everybody go quiet.
Just
We're all mad at Patrick now.
I just can't agree with you there.
Okay,
No.
then fine. Then just allow me to live in my own world. Huh?
Ay.
Have you ever thought of that? I'm
We're
a big boy. I can have my opinions too.
We're letting you.
I just
Yeah.
God.
Okay, let's get back on
Better
track.
weather in the Bay?
No, I didn't say better. I said I like.
peacock! You gotta let me fly!
I am just saying that I like the weather in the
But
Bay.
as I was saying, what's better in San Francisco?
The views. Yeah, man, you're on the water. The bridges. The
LA
mass transportation.
LA's 6 minutes from the ocean.
Yeah, but the BART is great.
Oh,
Traffic's terrible in LA.
traffic sucks in San Francisco.
Well, that's why you take the BART.
I guess.
Or you walk.
I just
Okay, I'm sorry. I just like it.
that's a tough one for me to take, man.
It's okay. I just like it.
That's fine, but it's just like better? Better?
I like it more.
Hey.
Not an LA kid. Not an LA kid.
Gross.
Spent a lot of time in the valley too. I'm just not an LA
Just
kid.
killing me. And you didn't even say LA, you said Southern California.
Yeah.
Hey, that's perfect. YouTube got you. The world according to Pat. That's a Pat take.
Oh, ouch, that hurts.
That's a Pat take.
That hurts.
Ugh.
I thought we were all friends here.
No.
We're not friends? Okay, I hate you
God,
too.
not a friend of Pat.
No, good. Nobody wants to be friends with Pat.
No.
Pat's a loser.
Who's a good Pat? Pat Casey?
I've spent 40 years of my life trying to not hang out with Pat.
Who's a good seriously, who's a good Pat?
Pat Casey?
I mean outside of Pat Casey.
Pat McAfee?
Oh, you go, McAfee, there you go. Not a lot of great Pats. It's good Patties.
Is there is he Pat Surtain or is he Patrick Surtain?
He's Patrick.
Remember when Mahomes said he didn't want to be called Patty Mahomes?
I mean,
Such a great name.
It just
though.
rolls off.
So good. So smooth.
So Patty Harris does too.
I hate that.
Mm.
I don't know any other good Pats.
It's Saturday Night Live.
As long as we're
That's about all I got.
I can't
Pat
do
Summerall?
Oh, there you go.
that. Pat Summerall.
OG. Somebody put Pat Ewing. No. That's gross. Pat Ewing. Ugh.
Pat Summit at Tennessee.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
She's a great Pat.
There you go.
Not Pat Harris though.
Mm.
That guy sucks.
Yeah.
Don't hang out
Pat
with that
Harris
dude.
likes the Bay over Southern California.
So does Patrick Harris.
Ugh, gross.
Web Gems is next. Everybody's favorite. We'll go to Why Your Kids Suck. 105.1 The Fan. All right, this Web Gems, everybody's favorite. We do it every single day at 11:45. Coming up in the big nooner, we'll get back into some NFL chatter because I want to ask the question, are we changing how we do trades in the NFL? Because we've seen things get kind of wild. We'll check in the World Baseball Classic, talk to you about Flair and why things are going really well, and then in closing arguments, we'll finish up on this L.A.-San Francisco situation because, my friends, the text line,
it's a bunch of Oregonians that don't like the sun,
is very pro-me right now. So we'll circle back around that in closing arguments. The YouTubes have been doing a great job in finding Pats. Pat Riley, Pat Sajak. Let's see here. I love Bambino says AI says the greatest Pat of all time is Tom Brady. What else we got?
The poll is up. What's a better place, the Bay, Southern Cal?
Pat Tillman.
Pat Murphy.
Pat Murphy. Oh yeah, dude, love Pat Murphy. Point after touchdown.
There you go.
PAT. PAT. Today's Web Gems comes your way via Draymond Green. Old Draymond's got some things that he would like to chat with you about, and I have a feeling we're all going to pretty much agree with this. Do you have this, Casey?
I do.
Okay. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Sometimes parents come up to me and they be like, yo, my son played just like you. And I think to myself, like, your son is ass. Because I know what you're saying, right? Like, I know what you're getting at. What you're telling me is
that your kid plays hard defense and rebounds and is intense.
He ain't shooting.
Yeah.
Mr. Fundamental out here.
Yeah, exactly. Is there a player? I mean, I would love to play like Draymond Green.
Nobody else probably ever is going to play like Draymond Green. Like nobody played like Dennis Rodman.
I was just about to say, yeah, Draymond Green played like Dennis Rodman.
They're totally different players, but the thing that they did in their eras, they were their IQ. Like the Last Dance, when Dennis Rodman is talking about rebounds and he's like pew 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 pew, like. The guy was a rebounding defensive savant. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just what he was. Draymond Green is a 6'6" center. Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Who is a playmaking hub while also being the best defensive player of a generation.
Yeesh.
Like, the combination of IQ and physical tools, like, Draymond's not this bursty athlete, but he's strong as heck. Like, to be a 6'6" center who is an above-average rebounder for his size, to do all of these things that fit perfectly with the greatest shooter of all time and arguably, not even arguably, a top 5 shooter of all time in Klay Thompson and the best pure scorer in the history of the game in Kevin Durant. Yeah, he worked really well in those exact circumstances. And I'm not taking away from him. He's a first-ballot Hall of Famer.
And I think that's what parents are trying to say is that my kid plays with intensity like you do. My kid is a Hall of Famer like you do. Yeah. But I think, you're saying, like, I either play dirty or I can't shoot.
Yeah.
Like, what are you choosing?
Because
I don't know how many kids are out there going, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dominate rebounds and passing, and that's it.
Well, not just that. It's the IQ. We can all talk about how Draymond's
especially in today's game of young kids, dude, everybody is either shooting like Steph or trying to go to the hoop.
Yeah, and Draymond is a supercomputer. Cooper Flagg is a supercomputer. Like, those guys, Sean Marion was a supercomputer who also had otherworldly athleticism.
You know how I feel about IQ? Like IQ is so important to me.
And when you've got physical tools to go along with it, that is what is terrifying. Like, that's where you get special players. There are a lot of guys in the league that are super smart, and they stay around for a very long time because of how smart they are. But when you also have the IQ to go along with the tools, that's when you get good players. Like, if you're a parent and you're telling Draymond Green, my kid plays just like you better follow it up with, he's the smartest kid on every single team, and he plays in, like, elite EYBL tournaments. Like,
that would be great.
Then it's like, like, Cam Boozer is a supercomputer who also has tools to go along with it.
Yeah, and context is everything. Like, I really wish I could have done more of this. One of the most famous athletes I've ever met before is Shane Battier. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's my favorite college player
supercomputer
of all time. I was at Henry's by Powell's the Henry's that used to be
Where
right
is it?
downtown on
14th?
Burnside.
Yeah.
14th and Burnside.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. I was there one night. I was home from. I wasn't living in town. I was home for Christmas, and I was out with some friends. It was like Christmas Eve or December 23rd, and the Heat had played in town. And we were leaving. I walked down the stairs, and boom, there I see him. There's Shane Battier
Where'd you see him at?
at Henry's.
I don't know. Where in Henry's?
On the main floor at the bar.
Was it in the restroom?
No.
Okay.
On the main floor in the bar, and I walk past him, and I'm not the guy that usually talks to celebrities or famous people, athletes, things like that.
At most, give him the nod.
Maybe the nod, or I just am like, oh, cool, that's what that person looks like. Like I met Eddie Vedder once in a record store in Hawaii and was like, what's up?
Did that with Fat Joe in the airport.
Yeah, and he was like, what's up? I was like,
Not so fat anymore.
no, not so fat. And I walked by Shane Battier, and I was like, I got to. And I said, excuse me, Mr. Battier, you're my favorite college player of all time. He was like, oh, wow, thank you. And I go, and I think you're the greatest Duke player in the history of their program. And he goes, whoa, wow. Okay. Like he didn't know how to handle it because obviously he's a humble guy and wouldn't know what to do. But my context that I should have shared with him was, you're a 4-time all-defensive ACC player. Do you know you're a 3-time first team all ACC? Like, do you know your accolades are probably the greatest in the history of Duke basketball? When Shane Battier is looking at me like, why am I your favorite player? I get 12 minutes a night and I hustle. Is that why? Because context is everything.
Yeah. No.
Draymond probably thinks your kid sucks now.
And I'd say he's probably 99.9999%.
Their kids probably do suck.
He probably sucks. Now, if your kid's 6'8" and plays like Draymond Green,
now I'm in.
I'm
very interested. Is he going to Michigan State?
Like, who's he playing for in college? That kind of thing. But Draymond Green you can get tired of him for sure.
I don't.
But
I never do, really.
When he's just being real.
I only get tired when he misses games of importance because of his actions.
Yeah, technical fouls stacking up.
In the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
That's when I get mad at you.
Oops.
Outside of that, Draymond's fine. He's good for the game.
You were fine with him when he knocked out Jordan Poole, huh?
Sometimes people need to get hit in the face.
Attaboy!
Sometimes people need to get hit in the face. All right, let's get into the big nooner. Let's get back to some NFL. I want to have that combo with you, Danny, about usually players of Max Crosby's caliber don't get traded, but here we are 2 seasons in a row of Micah Parsons and Max Crosby being traded. Are we seeing a change in how the NFL operates on this way? We'll get to that along with some World Baseball Classic and finish up closing arguments. 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win last night hosting the Indiana Pacers. Final score in that one was 131-111 as Scoot Henderson led the way for Portland. He posted 28 points to go along with 6 assists. Portland starts a 2-game home stretch hosting Charlotte tomorrow at 7 p.m. Your Portland Timbers fell to the Vancouver Whitecaps on Saturday night 4-1. Portland's lone goal on Saturday was scored by 18-year-old Eric Izoita, a product of Timbers Academy who became the youngest goal scorer in club history. Portland will take on the Houston Dynamo this Saturday at 5:30. Some NFL news for you as the dominoes continue to fall as 6-time Pro Bowler Mike Evans is expected to sign with the San Francisco 49ers on a 3-year deal worth up to $60.4 million. And the Raiders continue to make offseason moves as wide receiver Jalen Naylor has agreed to a 3-year deal. The 3-year deal is worth $35 million, including $23 million in guarantees, sending the Minnesota receiver to Las Vegas. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for Seahawks football, the Fan Sports.
Two down, one to go here. The firm of Harris and Meringue. We do this bad boy every single Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thank you for being a part of our day. We are stoked to be a part of yours. After us, we'll turn it over to Duck Insider from 1 to 2. We'll pass it off to Happy Hour with Luke Anderson from 2 to 3, and then it's prime time. Isaac and Suk, 3 to 7, take you all the way home. Finishing up 13 hours of live, local, continuous, regional sports talk radio. Get to some World Baseball Classic over the weekend because I am hooked. Absolutely hooked on it. I watched some Korea-Australia this morning.
What time?
I woke up at 5:30 and couldn't fall asleep.
Why?
Well, I don't know why I woke up at 5:30, but I did. That game started at 3, so it was still on. I caught the last couple innings.
And?
Australia lost, and they're eliminated. That group, that pool.
No more Bazana?
Yeah, the far west, that pool is sealed up, but as Korea and Japan have advanced.
Shocking.
There was a lot of cool stuff, man. Korea-Taiwan the other day was a wild crowd. The crowd, so many people up from Taiwan to watch that team. That crowd was pretty rad. But then I watched another game where there was nobody in the outfield.
Yeah.
Like, no fans.
Oh, really?
They, pushed everyone to be behind the plate.
So the camera that's more consistent got more people?
I think it was Australia, Czechia.
Oh, okay.
And
how many Ohtani jerseys were in the stands?
I don't know. I didn't
lot of
catch
them.
any of those.
A lot of them.
I've decided Tokyo Dome is a bucket list place for me to go.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go to Tokyo Dome really bad.
It's just turned up.
Yeah. It looks really fun.
It's like a college football game.
It's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere is like baseball is usually pretty chill.
Not in Japan.
Japan is not chill. It is cheerleaders and pom-poms and fireworks and DJs. It's like it's the entire time. You're going to get Ronnie Cycli out there DJing. Do you know he's a 60-year-old DJ who's like tops in the world right now?
No, that's
Ronnie
awesome.
Cycli? Yeah, like he's like one of the top DJs in the world right now. It's so weird.
That's super rad. I'm into that.
Just so random. He was I saw it come across God, what was it? Some news group earlier had it. He was like hosting a massive set in Ibiza. And I was like, Ronnie Cycli? That's a Mad Lib that I didn't expect to see coming, but okay.
Yeah, they always surprise you when they come across the board, you know? So I was thinking about this as Max Crosby was traded to the Baltimore Ravens on Friday, and we had Micah Parsons last year. Am I wrong in thinking that the trading of great players is actually starting to increase in football? Because it feels like with the franchise tag and the amount of money that you can lock them up, people are usually locked up early.
Timelines. that's what you're getting to, like these windows. Like if you're
Are
not
timelines changing?
I think you're seeing if you're not in it, tickets are going to sell. The money's going to be there, even for just dog water.
The
teams.
Jets are going to sell out all their games next year.
You know what I mean? Like
the Cardinals are going to sell out their games next year.
And you always want to try to keep the guy that's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but sometimes like, why?
Do you think GMs are being more honest with how bad they are?
I think
instead of this concept of like anybody can win, we can do it this year.
I think that's part of it, but I think it's an understanding of owners too.
Maybe less of the Brown family running the Bengals, of like actually who they think they're going to compete every single year despite not really trying.
It's just
because they have Joe.
I think there's a lot of different things that are in play now, and if you just lose a guy, Bengals, like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
You sold a few more jerseys, and did you because everybody knew Trey Hendrickson was going to leave?
Yeah, I'm not buying a Trey Hendrickson.
You know what
jersey.
I mean? Like
last year, there's no way I was buying a Trey Hendrickson jersey. If I had one previously, I'd rock it.
Yeah,
but no way I'm buying one last year.
So like, what's the point?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it was like, well, the point is to win. Bengals weren't winning. We knew that.
Yeah.
So why not get something? Like that's the thing.
Like
where
the Raiders decide to deal Max because they know they're like, dude, we need some time on this, and his value right now will never be higher.
It's just it's all very weird as far as like what teams like. Again, the Bengals waiting too long to pay guys. They become more expensive. The Cowboys waiting too long to pay guys. They become more expensive. I think the decision tree is not wait and pay a guy. It's either pay a guy early or move them.
Rufio says teams aren't seeing the way teams treat franchise players that are non-QB. We're just seeing not great GMs mismanage their rosters to the point where they need to trade away a great piece. That sounds like malpractice. That sounds like teams are just bad at their job. That's kind of what you're alluding to, Danny, of the waiting to pay guys and then they become too expensive.
Yes.
You know, we see this in baseball a lot. You see it in basketball a lot when teams realize that we're going to be bad. Maybe this is the turnaround that the NFL is finally seeing. Some GMs, some owners finally look around and going, we're going to be bad for a couple of years.
The
like
Dolphins.
Woody Johnson can't handle the fact that the Jets are bad, but they've been bad forever. So,
but hey, go load up in free agency.
But Arizona and Miami both saying, look, we're bad, and these guys cost too much money.
Got to strip things
Get
down.
rid of it.
Yeah. I think you're going to see more.
Again, Malik Willis cost $157 million.
But he doesn't.
I know he doesn't, but that's the choice. You decided to spend $157 million on one guy, and that happens to be Malik Willis. It's transitive property. I'm aware.
But it's like, but that's the cost of doing that business.
Yeah.
So whether it's Russell Wilson in Denver, like Bo Nix is on a rookie scale deal now. That's the whole thing. It's like
Is Russ the starter of this, maybe? Of realizing it's time to just punt and eat that dead cap?
I mean,
because remember, Russ was huge dead cap.
It was the record. Now 2 is the record.
Now 2 is the record.
Tiny quarterbacks. Weird.
Well, Russ is a fringe Hall of Famer.
Again,
and a Super Bowl champ.
But small quarterbacks.
Sure.
Like Kyler, small quarterbacks.
Drew Brees, small quarterback.
And remember, the Chargers let him go because of his shoulder.
Well, they also had Phillip Rivers.
But also the shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they drafted Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. That's like, so, yeah, it's there's certainly something there that's, I think there's a string you can pull on.
Who's the next guy? Is Myles Garrett available? No, because Cleveland's one of those franchises that
they're not going to let him go.
They don't see
and
what's going on. They don't see what's going on.
They just locked him in for a few years.
Well, I know, but you could still move him. People would still move heaven and earth to get Myles Garrett on
Sure.
their team. But is Cleveland an example of the opposite of what the Raiders are doing? Like, I'm trying to give the Raiders a lot of flowers here. Are the Browns not going to trade Myles Garrett because they think that they can just turn this around with one player? Like, if Deshaun's healthy, they're going to compete for a playoff?
Yes.
Because they're not going to.
No.
They're just not going to.
It's also...
Even if Deshaun's healthy.
Ownership. They're just like, can we flip a year and print money?
And they did what most teams would expect them to do this year, is they got a few pieces of talent last year. They drafted Quinshon Judkins.
I mean, that defense
He's
on a
be
whole,
around for a bit.
That defense on a whole is really nice, but the quarterback room is Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders.
Take Baker Mayfield out of it, and they've got, what, 20 years? 20 years of god-awful quarterback
It's
play?
like since Tim Couch, who was the last great quarterback in Cleveland?
He wasn't great, though.
I know. I know.
The thing.
But Tim Couch was like the beginning of everything
when
being
they came
super
back.
bad.
Baker's the best quarterback they've had, bar none.
And before that, Vinny Testaverde? Was he in Cleveland?
It's the jersey.
Oh, Bernie Kosar. That's who I'm
Yeah,
thinking
I mean,
of.
it's just the jersey of all the Browns quarterbacks. Like you just see that.
One
and
never gets old.
I mean, they just keep adding to it. You added Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, and Dylan Gabriel to it, and Joe Flacco. Good luck.
Let's put our fortune teller caps on. Who is the next big player to get traded? Maybe not this year, but maybe going into next year. It's hard to say. Sometimes guys just like freak out and decide they hate where they are.
I think you might see it again in Cincinnati. Burrow.
Stop.
Carson had enough of it.
I'm thinking the same exact thing.
Dude, quarterbacks don't get traded like that.
Until they do.
Who's a quarterback that's been traded like that? Carson Palmer? Okay, name me another one.
Well, Russ.
Okay, Russ. Russ is a great call.
But it doesn't happen often.
It doesn't happen.
But I think
guys move team. Matt Stafford, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was moving off.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
off.
yeah. I mean, I guess it does happen. It feels like it never happens.
It's
though.
not, I mean, it's not common for sure.
Joe would be the craziest trade in the history of the NFL.
I just feel like that's
like Herschel Walker. They will get more than what Dallas got for Herschel Walker.
Whatever capital the Raiders have not nailed down, send it
for Joe.
I'd go Bengals Redux 2.0.
I saw Joe was in Vegas 2 nights ago. He was seen at a poker table at 2 a.m. with Jessica Alba.
There you go.
I love that she's like 15 years older than Joe, and he's like, she bangs.
Look, bring Joe Cool to Vegas. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that.
I can't imagine what the market is for Joe Burrow.
There's only one market. All he wants to do is be in the silver and black.
Stop. He's not listening today. He listens on Tuesdays.
Joe, come on. Do it. Do it.
Now, who knows? Maybe the Bengals are so dysfunctional that they trade Joe Burrow for a first-round pick and Anthony Davis. Like maybe that's the route they go.
You want Francisco Mendoza?
Francisco Mendoza.
Like that?
You're already out on him.
I'm just saying.
Mendoza's a joke. We want Burrow. Somehow a first-round pick and Anthony Davis and Joe Burrow goes to, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a brand. The Cowboys.
Yeah. No. The Raiders.
Joe Burrow. Anybody else that could get moved?
That was the first one that popped in my head.
Yeah, anybody else that could get moved like that? I can't quite think about it.
I mean, they're always the ones that come out of nowhere.
Oh, totally. And then all of a sudden, somebody who said they're super happy, like Myles Garrett's a great example. He's happy. He's engaged. He got his money. He's happy to be in Cleveland. Loves getting speeding tickets. Next year, all of a sudden, he's like, you know what? I'm out. I hate this place. And I hate all of you. F you, F you, F you. You're cool. F you, I'm out.
That's usually what ends up happening.
Yeah. Wow, Joe would be wild.
I'm here for it.
Joe would be super wild to me. Guess what, my friends? You can win a pair of tickets to the Me Gusta Festival on June 27th, 2026 at the Waterfront Park featuring Sublime, Cypress Hill, and more. The firm of Harrison Meringue, that's us. We have your chance to win. Listen this week, Monday through Friday during our show for the code word and text it to 503-864-6326. That's 503-864-6FAN for your chance to win tickets. And you can do that now. Text Sublime, that's SUBLIME to 503-864-6326 now to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the Me Gusta Festival on June 27th. Visit 1051thefan.com for complete details. Boom. Get that. When we come back.
Me Gusta.
When we come back, running back out, Super Bowl MVP out in Seattle. We're talking about draft shakeup. Does this shake up the draft? We'll go to Kansas City next. 1051 The Fan. I think one of the coolest things, Danny, about all this NFL movement and traction going around is how massive this plays into the draft.
Yeah.
Casey just said it in the break. He was like, he's really stoked about what his Steelers have done today, but now he's like, where are we going in the draft? And there's no better way to look at it than what the Kansas City Chiefs did today. Signing Kenneth Walker III, reigning Super Bowl MVP, takes him out of Seattle and puts him on a team that desperately needs more options. Because old Mahomes, you saw last year, can't do it by himself. They have some offensive line needs for sure in Kansas City. Restructuring Mahomes' deal was a big help for them. They've got some they're in a pretty great situation when it comes to the draft. But I think a lot of people thought they might go Jeremiah Love. I don't think you're going Jeremiah Love if you're paying Kenneth Walker III.
Probably not. I'm looking at the updated mocks. Love is going 4th to the Titans in one of them. And I thought that's interesting. Just kind of bump up and down. You're seeing a lot of moving around in these mocks now. The Chiefs in this recent mock are slated to take now Mekhi Lemon.
There you go. He would instantly, in my opinion, be the best wide receiver on that. Look, I think Xavier Worthy is a fine wide receiver. I'm out on Rashee Rice. Look, dude, you keep having those issues off the field. If you can't play on the field, dude, you're worthless for me. Mekhi would be nice.
The Rams now taking Kenyon Sadiq.
That would be very nice. That would be very nice.
They would have 2 Oregon tight ends having both Ferguson and Sadiq if they do.
And that's what I think is the most fun. Now, K9, how he plays in Kansas City, look, nobody did better this offseason in terms of, their AAV, their adjusted value, than Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker's a fine running back, a very serviceable, fine running back. He is now on the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes making more money than he would have if he didn't win the Super Bowl MVP in Seattle. Like, if they win the Super Bowl and he has an okay game, he might come back at a lot of cheaper price.
And Kansas City made a big deal this offseason about getting Eric Bieniemy back and establishing the run game.
Boom. Getting back to what made them successful.
Now they have both Pacheco and Kenneth Walker in the backfield.
And the interesting thing here is
because they love Pacheco.
The Chiefs weren't the only team that were looking at someone like Jeremiah Love. There was also talk of Love potentially falling to the Saints. And the Saints just signed Travis Etienne.
And they still have Alvin Kamara, so there's no room for 3 in that room.
And the Athletic mock draft that came out 5 hours ago, Jeremiah Love was with the Saints in their most recent mock. And it's like, oh, that's getting moved around. It's like they also have Kenyon Sadiq going 9 to the Chiefs.
Cheap running back in Alvin Kamara now? Send him to Pittsburgh.
Well, but the problem is that Kamara doesn't want to leave.
I mean, I wouldn't either if it just got to cut checks and not have any responsibilities.
But that's the thing
is the game.
Only play on Christmas.
He likes to stay in New Orleans and he doesn't want to go. I mean, maybe Kansas City is just doing this the right way. Maybe now they can focus on their holes. They need some work on that defense. The line is nice.
Always focus on your holes.
Touche, my friend.
Just saying.
I mean, if I'm them, I go offensive line heavy. That's what I do.
It's going to be really, really interesting over the next 48 hours to see where guys land and then just how much that shakes up. So ESPN's got their top free agent board. 4 of the top 8 have been moved. Trey Hendrickson is still obviously the number 1 pending free agent that's out there.
Yeah, I've got an Athletic article that's being updated on the fly because there's no number 2. Mm-hmm. Number 1, Trey Hendrickson. Number 3, Devin Lloyd. I'm like, where's number 2?
So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, is Hendrickson now the kind of the last domino to fall before you see the rest of the guys kind of fall in here because he's going to get paid. But how many teams are out there now? How many teams have the money? How many teams have the resources? Where does he want to go? There's the leak that Mike Evans, when he took the deal with the Niners, it wasn't about money. And now the leak is that it's a 3-year, up to $60.4 million deal.
Bro, that's a lot of money.
So,
how does San Francisco have all this money?
The salary cap is fake, and they're probably going to trade Trent Williams.
The salary cap
is
fake.
And they draft really well, so they don't really pay first 2 years.
They do draft really, really well.
So, yeah.
John Lynch, good GM?
Yeah.
Great GM?
Very, very
Probably
good
the second best
very
GM in
good.
football.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. To be honest, 3 of the best 5 GMs in football are in the same freaking division.
Les Snead.
Yeah. And they all do it very differently.
John Schneider. Don't forget about the Philly boy. Howie Roseman's pretty good.
That's what I was saying. 3 of the top 5.
Oh, man. What a wild day. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I'm
I love
exhausted
it.
already thinking about it. Trey Hendrickson. Where's the best place for Trey Hendrickson other than anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere but Cincinnati.
I'd love to see...
I want to see him go to a good team.
With Gary leaving the Packers, I'd love to see Hendrickson on the Packers.
Yeah, because Micah's more stand-up than anything else, so he can kind of play the Gary role.
Yeah, that would be a nice combo there. Hendrickson would look good, very good in L.A. for the Rams.
Oh, I mean...
Alongside Jared Verse?
Last time they had a Trey Hendrickson-type player, things went very, very well for them. Where else would he look good?
And Lord knows the Rams' salary cap is fake. They'll just move
Their salary
around.
cap is also fake. That is correct.
I feel like a team like Detroit would very much love to have him.
Him and Hutch?
I mean...
Especially when you have as much injuries as they had on the D-line.
And nobody but Hutch has been able to do anything from a pass rush.
Right.
And, obviously it doesn't help them in the sense of losing Anzalone.
Yep,
but
just lost Anzalone.
You now have some more money, and maybe you get a little lighter in the linebacker. You're going to really lean on Campbell to be a guy for you.
Then you just
you're
show
inside,
teams that
outside.
You're going to dominate the front 7 on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Can Buffalo afford Trey Hendrickson?
I don't think so.
No. They couldn't afford Von Miller a few years ago.
Yeah.
He's kind of cheap.
And they're more expensive now.
It sounds like everybody's linked to the Commanders, too.
I like that
like
fit.
that they're trying to make a play for like trades and stuff like that. That they're linked to a lot of guys that might be available.
That's a good landing spot for him.
Yeah.
If the Commanders can stay healthy.
If D. Law retires in Seattle,
yeah, that frees up
some money. You could go after Trey Hendrickson. That would be nasty.
A team getting a better
Leonard Williams, Trey Hendrickson, and those DBs.
Yeah,
woof.
And Uchenna Nwosu.
Yeah.
Woof.
I'd like to see it. If
and I saw a mock draft of them taking Dylan Thieneman.
Yeah.
That'd be a nasty defense.
Imagine them getting better next year. It's a good place to be.
Then they need a nickname, and then they'll go down as all time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep an eye on Trey Hendrickson when he passes. When he signs. We very much hope he stays alive.
Yeah,
here.
don't die.
Don't die. We would like Trey Hendrickson to play football next year.
Indeed.
We come back. Let's chat a little World Baseball Classic if things have been exciting. Give us a break from the NFL. Closing arguments. Do you prefer the Bay Area or Southern California? Keep that going. The poll's up on our Twitter page. But there's Casey over there. He's got sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win last night hosting the Indiana Pacers. Final score in that one was 131-111 as Scoot Henderson led the way for Portland. He posted 28 points to go along with 6 assists. Portland starts a 2-game home stretch hosting Charlotte tomorrow at 7 p.m. Your Portland Timbers fell to the Vancouver Whitecaps on Saturday night 4-1. Portland's lone goal on Saturday was scored by 18-year-old Eric Izoita, a product of Timbers Academy who became the youngest goal scorer in club history. Portland will take on the Houston Dynamo this Saturday at 5:30. Some NFL news for you as the dominoes continue to fall, as 6-time Pro Bowler Mike Evans is expected to sign with the San Francisco 49ers on a 3-year deal worth up to $60.4 million. And the Steelers have agreed to a deal with cornerback Jamel Dean. Dean will get a 3-year, $36.75 million contract in Pittsburgh, joining All-Pro cornerback Joey Porter and Jalen Ramsey. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of prime time with Isaac
you can put it on the board.
Closing arguments coming up next to send you on your way. But let's get into this, guys. It's probably no secret to you that I have absolutely loved this World Baseball Classic. I'm a straight junkie for it.
It's been fun.
It's been very fun. I'm wearing my USA hat right now as we speak. Paul Skeens on the bump tonight.
I will say, it's a good hat. I'm not taking away from it, but it's the least sexy hat of every team in this tournament.
It's the logo.
Yeah.
It's the logo. Outside of it, the hat is awesome.
Yes.
You know, you got the flag waving backwards.
Israel's hat is a banger.
The flag
Japan
going,
has like 13 different ones.
The Mexico is just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Colombia and Brazil both with just the coloration of them.
Yeah, it's just...
The PR and the DR for the Dominican and Puerto are very amazing.
And guess what? There's a lot of teams that have red, white, and blue as their colorways.
Dude, have you seen the crown on the Netherlands hat?
Yes.
That is dope.
Also, the Dutch in general, jerseys across all sports.
It's orange, dude.
Orange and black, orange and white. Like
looks good.
Clean.
It's just, look like it's their soccer team. It's
I
their
almost went to
baseball
Oregon
team.
State simply because they were orange and black.
It just hits, man.
It really does.
It's just, and they spell orange with a J.
Oh, yeah.
Orange. It's great.
Yeah, I like their soccer team, too.
Oh, yeah.
Always got really good players.
Mm-hmm. They're just always missing somebody, either a striker or a defenseman.
I think they are the greatest nation to have never won a World Cup. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah. I mean, Schneider was so good. Was it Brazil?
Yeah. Arjen Robben was really good for them.
But their defense was sus.
Yeah. And now their defense is great and their offense is sus. Yeah.
So that's the story of the Dutch.
Poor guys. Poor guys. Let's see here. I think my favorite part about it is obviously the intensity. Everybody really cares. And something that's fun when you watch things like World Cup that don't necessarily translate. Like basketball, I wish there was a way that it could translate in basketball, but it's hard to. I think because the game's so continuously moving, is that you just see people's flair. Like, look, the Dominican flair, the Puerto Rico flair, the Mexican flair are unbelievable.
Every home run is pimped so hard. Guys are hitting hezzies before they're crossing third base. It's just, so good.
What is this kid's name for Puerto Rico? Yes, Hernaiz. Darell Hernaiz. He is a minor league prospect. Hit a walk-off home run to beat Panama 4-3. That thing goes into left field and lands like kind of near the foul line in the stands. Dude, when I watched that, because I watched it live, and when the ball lands, that left field goes absolutely ape.
Bonkers.
And then the camera pans to Darrell running around first, and the dugout is already empty of Puerto Rico.
I mean, he's hitting the gritty. He's flossing.
He's already ripped his helmet
arms
off. They've bleached. Everyone's bleached their hair for the Puerto Ricans.
And not blonde. White.
Like Daenerys Targaryen white. And he gets around second, stops where a shortstop stands, looks to left field, and just starts pumping. Just starts pumping up. Gets to third base, hasn't even touched third base yet, and is grabbing his jersey where it says Puerto Rico and yelling probably every curse word in the book in Spanish, and everybody is stoked. My problem with it all is us stupid Americans are so lame and boring in the stands. Like, guys, Schwarber just hit that home run that I think is going to land tomorrow. Yeah. Let's pump this. Come on. Bunch of old fuddy-duddy white boys.
Look, I have been pro pimping a home run since I was a little kid. Have fun.
Well, and Jose Bautista broke it open for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
And I don't even like Jose Bautista.
But it's like... Pitchers, you get to stare them down and put the sword in and like fist pump, have your fun. Batters can't do anything.
Again, pitchers get to do the mean mug walk off.
Yeah,
strut.
You know what I mean? Like if you get one, have it. You turn a flossy double. Ozzie Smith, one of my favorite players to ever play the game, played with more flair than any shortstop or second baseman has ever played in the history of the game.
Robinson Cano.
Like it's just. No,
dude, Ozzie was doing backflips.
Ozzie's doing backflips, dog.
Robinson
in
Cano
the 80s.
Did a no-look turn on a double play in the World Baseball Classic to win it.
I've seen it.
There's probably an hour-long highlight reel of old old film highlights of just Ozzie Smith doing the most insane things with the biggest smile on his face. Why the most likable guy in maybe the history of baseball didn't inspire an entire generation of other baseball players to do the same is beyond me. I blame you, Cal Ripken. I blame you.
That's the whiz.
Let's not forget Javi Baez in the World Baseball Classic last time. A runner is going to steal second, and Yachty gets up to gun him down, and Javi Baez has his mitt out there, and he's pointing at Yachty because he already knows the throw is on a dime. He is pointing at Yachty Molina while the ball enters his glove, and he blindly tags the runner stealing second.
That's what happens when you have the best arm behind home plate of
Greatest
all time.
defensive catcher to ever walk the earth.
And
Can we just keep talking about great Cardinals? Let's just keep this going. I like this.
And you have Javi Baez playing second baseman with his childhood best friend of Frankie Lindor playing short. That's a good Puerto Rican team.
That's super. That's what's super
That was a
cool.
good Puerto Rican team.
When you get the Island Boys, because they all grow up playing together. It's like, in the U.S., you get some guys that grew up with each other. The Stafford Kershaw thing that everybody talks about. But it's like we're so spread out. It's so regionalized. It's just.
There was a moment in Game 2 of the World Series, I believe it's Game 2, that I was very fortunate to have attended, that Javi Baez got on second base, and Frankie Lindor walked over, and they said something to each other. And I just have to imagine it was like, dude, we're in the World Series right now. We used to play with a stick back home in Puerto Rico.
On a dirt field.
And we both make $30 million a
with
year.
bottle caps.
With bottle caps.
And power that probably didn't keep the field lit past the sun going down.
And one of us is going to win a World Series.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad. As far as World Baseball Classic, I'll give you guys the nerd stuff real quick. For me, Japan looks the best. I think USA looks pretty good, although their offense is slow to start. The Dominican, boy, they hit. They hit real nicely. It's how far is their pitching going to take them. USA, Mexico tonight. I don't know who's starting. Have they said who's starting for Mexico yet?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet either. But it's Paul Skeens on the bump for old USA.
Does it matter when it's Paul Skeens on the bump?
No, it doesn't. And kind of the interesting thing, too, is like we were watching Bello today for the Dominican Republic. He went into the fourth inning, and like people just aren't going that far. Scooble only pitched 3. I think Webb was pulled in the third. So we'll see. We'll see how far Skeens can go. Mexico, we lose to Mexico.
Manny Barreda will be throwing for Mexico.
All right, I feel real good.
Here, little mile breaking news before we go. We got to go. Marcus Mariota re-signed with the Commanders.
Great call.
So there you go.
Great move. Hopefully Jaden Daniels is healthy all year. But we talked about it at the end of the year, dude. Mariota is having a nice end of his career.
Yeah.
He's having a nice end as a premier backup and what seems to be a guy that's teaching the kid how to play.
Yeah.
I like that move
I
a
like
lot.
that for him.
I'm sure it wasn't very expensive either.
1 year, $7 million, which is good backup money.
Easy.
Love that.
The Titans are making moves this offseason.
Yeah, they are, especially on that defense. So, yeah, we'll shockingly, we'll have more NFL free agency tomorrow.
Yes, they will. There will be. There will be. Japan and North Korea have advanced from their pool. Venezuela, the Dominican, have advanced from their pool.
Oh, no way.
We will see what Toll USA can do tonight. If USA can win tonight, they will automatically advance. As well, a sad story, the Australians were really cool.
Why were they cool?
They just played real hard. No, it's not.
No particular player.
It's
that's
not
got you real
just because
excited?
of Bazana. No, although he is exciting, dude. They were really good.
Oh, you know,
they had Japan on the ropes,
which is always fun.
They had Japan on the ropes.
Yeah, a little Oceania, little fight. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, because they beat the Koreans. No, they lost to the Koreans, but they almost beat the Koreans.
There you go.
They beat Czechia.
They beat Czechia,
and
then they lost to Japan, which stunk, and then they lost to Korea this morning.
That'll happen.
Also, shout out Taiwan. That's an island, and they packed the Tokyo Dome.
What happens when New Zealand and India decide that, you know what, cricket's great,
but let's try baseball.
Let's try baseball. All of a sudden, India just becomes this massive major league powerhouse.
I don't think they will, man. They own the market on that Cricket Live.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Same with Pakistan.
Yeah.
Like, If those guys start playing baseball, man, all of a sudden you could have a couple of nations with some pretty large populations churning out some baseball
it's like,
players.
why doesn't New Zealand learn how to play American football, because they're better than everybody at rugby. We'll just do that.
Polly Boy's pretty good at it.
Pretty good at it.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
That's some terrifying stuff, is watching those guys hit somebody in the open field. You're just like, I understand why you do this.
It's a real man sport.
Mm-hmm.
All right, when we come back, closing arguments to send you on your way. We'll update the poll question, finish up some news and notes, and take a peek at tomorrow. That's Danny. I'm Patrick, 105.1 The Fan.
It's time for Easy Play, brought to you by Home Z, making home improvement easy.
LaRosse tries to bring it out, then a shot and a goal from Eric Izoita. The 18-year-old with a gracious left-footed shot from outside the box has given the Timbers a goal and maybe just a slight bit of life.
You heard that. Izoita's first goal coming out of Timbers Academy was a really, really sweet shot from outside the box. Unfortunately, didn't quite resonate, as heard right here on The Fan. That's Fletcher Johnson on the call. You can catch all Timbers games right here on The Fan. Timbers lose 4-1 in an ugly showcase. They'll take on Houston this weekend on the road. We'll see if that goes better. This Easy Play brought to you by HomeZ. Use HomeZ's online calculator to estimate your project instantly. Make it easy. Call HomeZ. That's HOMZE. HomeZ.com.
We just finished
All right, that's going to do it for us. Closing Arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit leskinlaw.com for more information. Coming up on tomorrow's show, it'll be a free consultation Tuesday, which everybody loves. Check in on some leftover NFL moves, as well as those keep trickling throughout the day. A very fascinating idea about LeBron James next year, which could be fun to talk about. The return of Jason Tatum, some NBA stuff to get to, and then some college football stuff to get to as well, as that seems to be in the news, as the government is trying to make college football great again.
There's things there.
There's things there.
We got through the entire show, and we didn't even talk about Michael Pittman going to the Steelers. We'll save that for tomorrow. Because I think that's one of the best moves of free agency so far.
We can save it.
Yeah. It needs some time to breathe.
Okay.
I will also say, I don't know what to do with my hands because everybody, and I mean everyone in NFL media, is talking about how great of a job the Raiders are doing right now. And I'm like, oh no, I don't like this. And they're not saying this because they're spending all this money. They're spending money in the right places. Like, they went out and got Jalen Naylor. They obviously spend the money on Linderbaum, which their offensive line was terrible. Linderbaum's, if not the best center, the second best center in the
best
league.
Center in football probably for the past 5 years.
Yeah,
well, I think we talked about this on Friday. Like, I'm worried. I was worried for Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, it's like
because the Guerrero thing, the Crosby thing lingering, all that kind of stuff. I was like, this is a bad look. And it's amazing how 72 hours later, things are like riding high.
They have draft capital. They go out and get a couple of corners that aren't going to be the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. Their offensive line looks better. JPJ's moving to the guard position. Colton Miller, Linderbaum. You're like, well, maybe you use one of those picks, or maybe you trade out of the first round at 14 and go get a couple more picks and get better on their offensive line. I'm like, this is weird. I don't like this. I don't like it when people are saying nice things about the Raiders.
Yeah, when you're not used to success and you start succeeding, you can start to be destructive.
Well, it's one thing.
I've known people like that have had a very challenging life, and the second their life
things start going right,
put together, then they just become super destructive. Yeah, they don't know how to deal with it.
It's one of those things where it's not just the it's one thing if you suck for a little while.
Sure.
Like, it's like, you're like,
it's hard to sustain that success for all the time.
They're good for 30 years. You know what I mean? Like,
but 5 years, you've getting to a point now where it's like, okay,
but
we've had enough here.
The Raiders have sucked since 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a couple playoff runs, but they have sucked. So for them to actually be doing things that make sense, it's very I don't know. This is weird.
Did anybody watch the Timbers game this weekend?
I saw the score.
Bro.
Very tough one.
Very tough. Very tough.
Yeesh.
Sitting up there, we're all kind of like, oh, boy. 6 different starters in the starting lineup. Looks like Cole Bassett took a knock in training on Friday. Chara's still out, something a little lingering a little bit from the Colorado game. Timbers lose 4-1 to Vancouver. That was rough. Vancouver's very, very good. Getting to watch Thomas Mueller in person was quite nice. He is very, very good still.
Yeah,
he's very, very good still.
He's still so electric.
Yeah, he's won everything there's possible to win, you know. He's won a World Cup. He's won Champions League, Bundesligas.
And he's not washed.
He's not washed.
I hate it when the DPs come over and they're kind of washed.
I know. He was fun to watch, too, because he was directing a lot. Like, you could tell he was yelling at dudes, and that was really
the pace
fun.
of the MLS is good for him.
It is really good for him, especially as he's slowing down, because that was the problem, is he's slowing down, and Bundesliga can at times move a little fast.
Real quick.
Yeah. They'll take on Houston this coming weekend. Hopefully things turn around. The internet's not a very big fan right now.
They don't. And
then we start having real questions. But the real story of the day.
A real question.
I'm with Harris. LA sucks. Most overrated city in America. LOL. LA sucks, man. We all know it. The Bay Area over LA any day of the week. Patrick is right, guys. LA's a nice place to visit, but I'd rather live in the Bay Area easily.
God, these are just people that are allergic to nice things. Better food, better weather, better everything.
I absolutely hate the San Francisco Giants. I love the LA Dodgers, but I can admit that San Francisco is a better city. Ugh. Everyone around the world knows that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see where people go to more. The gorgeous place that's 83 degrees year round.
I think you're just underestimating the great area of San Francisco.
Well, the poll says otherwise. It started off very heavy for San Francisco because apparently, again, people that are allergic to nice things started to vote.
Dude, San Francisco's
and now it's
great.
LA. It's fine. It's not. And it's not even just L.A. You said Southern Cal.
Well, San Diego's nice.
Yeah, I mean.
San Francisco, dude, is a top 5 city in the Western Hemisphere.
Not a fan. Weather sucks.
Weather's okay.
It sucks.
Weather in New York City sucks.
It does, but New York City, much better than San Francisco.
Well, New York City might be the greatest city in the world.
Mm.
What's better than New York City?
I like L.A. better.
You like L.A. more than New York City? Dude,
yeah.
Okay, all right. We can have an issue with Patrick not liking Southern California over San Francisco.
Weather.
Dude, New York City is the best city in America. It's
weather
not even close.
matters.
Nah, New York
weather
City still trumps.
Matters.
Dude, New York City still trumps. There's mass transportation, best food city maybe in all of the world.
Yep.
Like, yeah, man.
Sun matters. Sun matters.
I'll take New York City every day.
L.A. might have some of the best year-round weather on the planet.
When was the last time you were in New York City?
What, 6-7 years ago?
See, it's time to go back.
Yeah. It doesn't wrong. I love New York.
You been to New York, Casey?
Nope. Always wanted to go.
New York City
man.
is fantastic, dude. You and the ladies should go. You should try to get like a week
time.
in New York.
Yeah, great
You
time.
can go anywhere because of the subway. You know.
Definitely go in the summertime so you can experience a subway car that doesn't have AC in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've always wanted to just go for a Yankee game.
That way it feels like you get a little bit of Paris because, you get a bunch of people who don't wear deodorant, and it is a horrendous smell. It will live with you forever.
I love on the text line. Y'all ever been to Tualatin? Pretty bitchin'.
That word is a word that I started throwing around with Tiff the other day. She's
Pretty
like,
bitchin'.
Bitchin'.
It's a great term.
She's like, you're so old. Stop saying that. I was
Hey,
like,
man, my 13-year-old said the C word the other day.
Whoa!
Right?
Whoa!
What are we doing?
By that you mean cool, right?
Yeah, I wished it was cool. It was not cool.
I guess we'll just see you next Tuesday.
Closing Arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit LeskinLaw.com for more information. Leskin Law's one-day divorce mediation, peace treaties, not war plans. That'll do it for us. We will catch you all tomorrow. Have a safe rest of your afternoon, and thanks for being with us. For Danny Meringue, that's Casey Smith. I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
Bye.